and campus events, you can catch it all on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and X at Adrian College TV. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch all our future streams live and support your Bulldogs.
Good afternoon and welcome to Docking Family Stadium. Bulldog football is here once again, another home contest.
Continue to take pride and learn from Asa Mahan's leadership today. Years of commitment to harnessing the power of creativity, ingenuity, community, and academic excellence.
I believe that if you get your degree, the world is going to feel like it's shrinking.
Win-loss, that's all this team cares about. They want to continue things going.
And what stands in their way is their oldest rival in Albion College. And we continue this Bulldog defense. It goes up the middle, right, where you want to be super solid defensive tackle, middle linebacker, and safety. These Bulldogs have standouts at every position there. Andrew Van Dyke, defensive tackle. You have Liam Carey at middle linebacker and Ethan Burrows at safety. And that's not to discount all the other guys making plays, but it starts and stops with those two and really the linebacker, Liam Carey.
Yeah, and he has two great assistant linebackers next to him, if you want to call them that. The off-ball guys in Maddox Woods and Bennett Gildy do a great job at just flowing to the football, stopping everything they can. When they have to drop back into pass coverage, they do a great job at breaking things up, getting into the lanes, causing bad throws. Ethan Burrows' interceptions last week, a lot of them came because the throws quick were cut off by the linebackers flowing to the football, doing their job, and making their assignments as clean and concise as possible.
And not to be overshadowed is this Adrian College offense led by the D3Football.com player of the week, the quarterback, Noah Boudry. If you're first tuning into this broadcast, this kid, a transfer from Mount Union, went to Erie Mason High School in nearby Monroe County. He has been everything that has been advertised. He's led an elite Adrian College offense this year. 50.5 points per game average. That's number 6 in the entire country. Total offense number 20, averaging over 6.7 yards per play. Boudry has been spectacular for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, and at ACTV, we just came out with our Athletes of the Month. Noah Boudry was one of the Athletes of the Month for the month of September. Came out with, fantastic numbers, as you can see on your screen. Just played electrifying football, led this team. And when you can play good enough that you don't even have to play 4 quarters of football during that month, and you still can come away with the numbers that he did, it says a lot. Of course, the other Athlete of the Month over there for the Bulldogs was Savannah Smith, women's golf, shot 76, 10 pars, 2 birdies. Just a phenomenal month for Bulldog athletics in general.
Wonderful highlights from those two. We'll talk a little bit later about Bulldog running back Trey Bugamman, 5 touchdowns last week, 4 on the ground and 1 through the air. Ethan Aberger continues to just catch the football and make some plays. We have that consecutive catch counter ready to go here this afternoon as the Bulldogs get set to take on the Britons, who are suffering a heartbreak at home last week. They were hosting Trine University to open conference play, gave up a lead, went to go tie the game with the last-minute field goal, had it blocked, and they suffer a loss, 38-35. The Britons come in at 2-2, Bulldogs 4-0. We'll take a quick timeout as the Bulldog band, in combination with other high schoolers, serenade us, and we get ready for kickoff. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back with more of our pregame show. It's the Bulldogs and the Britons right here on the Adrian College Sports Network.
I'm a special ed social worker.
And I'm a third-year public affairs major.
I'm an action filmmaker.
Jevi is like a consolidated platform where I could have focused information in a couple swipes.
You can be another small voice that adds to a beautiful space. That's what I'm here for.
With that, we welcome you back out to Docking Family Stadium. Bulldogs and Britons getting ready to go. Albion making their way out onto the field. Of course, a good crowd traveled over to Albion here today to watch their 2-2 Britons, trying to even their conference record to 1-1, trying to give the Bulldogs their first loss of the season. We had a chance to talk to the Bulldog coach, Joe Palka. We'll get to that after this. This is Adrian College football on the Adrian College Sports Network.
Adrian College is a private liberal arts institution known for its diverse academic programs, strong emphasis on experiential learning, vibrant campus life, and commitment to fostering a supportive community. Want to visit Adrian College for yourself? Visit our website at adrian.edu/campus visit.
Hello, Bulldog football fans, right here on the Adrian College Sports Network. Already week 5. Ian went. We got Sean Whitmer, Adrian College head football coach Joe Palka. Bulldogs 4-0. We know what that all entails. 5-0 would be something special. But let's talk about last week for a minute. A 59-point output for your offense, gave up 27. Just your assessment on the game last week against Olivet.
Yeah, kind of like we touched base on. I thought, to go on the road and open up in the first half like we did, I thought we had a dominant performance, played really well in all 3 phases. The only thing is we need to clean up some of the things we saw in the second half. We had some guys drop coverage, some mistakes that didn't make it feel great. But then I thought we came in and closed it out the right way, and then, stayed fairly healthy, and now we're ready, getting ready for the next one in league play.
Quarterback Noah Boudry, running back Trey Bugamman, and wide receiver Ethan Aberger put up huge numbers. Noah gets the nod for the D3Football.com offensive team, and that's a national award. Big step for him, for a guy that's used to being in the spotlight.
Yeah, it's funny. I had Noah talk to our team today in the team meeting just about what it means to play at a championship level. Just to reiterate that, it's just great having him in our program and on our team, but I know he would trade all the honors for a win today, if possible.
Well, speaking of today, the Albion Britons come to town. A heartbreaking loss last week at home against Trine. Had a couple close ones in the league last week. What have you seen from the Britons on film?
I talked to their head coach during the week, and he confirmed what I know, that hey, they're a very good football team. He said they just kind of stumbled a little bit right at the end of that game. Otherwise, they're 3-1. Really talented receivers, good running back, run hard. Quarterback is a veteran. They love to stop the run. It'll be tough to run against them today. Really solid defense. They're just a well-balanced, well-coached team, and I think it's going to be a great measuring stick to see where we're at as a program today.
Well, let's talk about your defense. Some of the nationwide metrics, top 5 or top 10 in a lot of these big statistical categories. Some of that's your opponent. A lot of it's on you. I just love talking about this defense, Coach. I mean, pick a player, and they've made an impact. Well,
it's we have some guys with some presence there that know how to play, know how to win, and I think that's been apparent through the first part of the year. Now, today will be another test. Albion has started very strong in their games. They seem to go up 3 touchdowns on people. So we have to stay patient. They're going to move the ball on us, but I do like the fact of just our guys' swagger and their confidence. I mean, they're going to fight you till the end, and I think that's what's been a big part of our ability to play fast on defense, play physical, and have positive results.
I didn't think I'd be asking this question early October. It's going to be hot today. Keep guys hydrated. I see fans on the sideline. That's going to be a factor today.
No doubt. I think our strategy will be to roll a lot of guys through. So you'll see a lot of people play, especially on defense. And then, I think the play's in our favor, to be honest with you. I think we're well conditioned. And I think that, it's something that we talk about all the time. Get the game into the fourth quarter and then try to close it out.
Coach, going back to Albion, the senior class hasn't had a chance to beat this team yet. What does it mean for the rest of the guys playing for those seniors to help them get this win for the first time?
I think our team really doesn't care who they play, and I've said that all year long, and I think that's what makes us a pretty even keel operation. But, at the end of the day, they all know the history. I mean, they know, the rivalry. The alums let us know all the time, too, So it's a big deal, and guys know there's a special feeling to this game that we haven't had so far this year, for sure.
All right, quickly, Coach, key to victory today.
The key to victory is we got to weather the storm, like I said. If they go up 21, you can't panic. You got to keep this thing in the fourth quarter with a chance to win it. I think if we can run the ball a little bit, that's going to open up things in the passing game. I believe that we'll do a decent job of stopping the run. We just have to stay composed and not give up huge chunk plays, for touchdowns. If we can make them earn everything, I like our chances.
All right, Coach, as always, thanks for your time pregame and good luck today.
Okay, thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Once again, that was Adrian College head football coach Joe Palka. Sean Whitmer and yours truly, Ian went with the call. Bulldogs and Britons, one of the oldest rivalries in college football. Coming your way next, right here on the Adrian College Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Aubrey Morgan, the current student government president here at Adrian College. I chose Adrian College because of the campus size. Campus feels like a fun, energetic community where everyone knows each other. If you want to see what Adrian has to offer for you, you can schedule an in-person visit at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Out to Adrian College Docking Stadium. Ian Wentz, Sean Whitmer, and as always, say thank you to Bulldog head football coach in his second year, Joe Palka, talking with us pregame. He understands this rivalry. He felt it last year, a Bulldog loss on the road at Albion last year. The team got down big, fought their way back, just not quite enough to get that victory. Bulldogs trying to snap a three-game skid to these Britons, and as Sean talked with Coach, means a lot for these seniors. 4 years in the program. This is their second coaching staff, but they want to do one thing today, and that's beat the team in purple.
Yeah, and this is a rivalry that spans across campus. When it comes time to football week, when it's Albion versus Adrian, it's AC versus AC, there is no bigger word than just don't wear purple on campus. You don't want to see anybody wearing purple. If you do, you tell them, go change, because everybody knows it's Albion week. That means that it is rivalry week at Docking Family Stadium.
A contest between two storied programs that doesn't need a trophy. The game itself speaks for it. The Britons lead the all-time series history against your Bulldogs, 61-32-1. Their first meeting in 1906. That was an Albion 6-0 victory. Bulldogs trying to atone for last year's loss, 38-27 at the Britons. It'll be a Bulldog football to open things up as Albion won the toss and deferred to the second half. So we're going to see the high-powered Bulldog offense led by Noah Boudry, Ethan Aberger, and the man we talked about pregame. We said we'd discuss more about Trey Bugamman, number 2 in the backfield, has been certainly a welcome addition to the Bulldog offense. Dude made plays defensively last year, kind of midway through made the switch, playing some offense. Dude's an athlete. It's nice to have number 2 back there, Trey Bugamman.
Yeah, and when you come in with 46 carries for 247 yards, 6 touchdowns on the ground, 4 of which came last week. He's added in some good receiving numbers with 10 catches for 180 yards, another touchdown. That also came last week. and earned him Player of the Week honors, of course.
The combined bands of Adrian College and several area high schools getting this crowd ready to go. Albion will kick the football off, and they'll do it from our left to our right. 15 minutes on the clock. Here's the run-up and the kick. It is deep toward the goal line. It'll go into the end zone for a touchback. That's the longtime Albion kicker, Logan Gerwinski, who last time out against Tryon had a game-time field goal blocked in the waning moments. He certainly has the ability to have an impact on this game. He does. They're on the kickoff. Here comes this Bulldog offense, and we mentioned the defensive line. This offensive line led by Isaiah Simon at center. There's some dudes across the front worth mentioning. Bryce Collard, Jack Bush, Joe Pruchnick, and Matt Hall from left to right with Simon in the middle. He'll give the calls out to quarterback Noah Boudry, who lines up as a wide receiver. Trey Bugamman gets the first snap. It's that Bulldog formation. Here goes Trey, tripped up in the hole. And that's a Bulldog scamper for 9. So a second down and short coming up. That's the Wildcat, but we're calling Wild Dog here this season.
Wild Dog, Bulldog, whatever you want to call it. Bugamman is a Bulldog when he gets downhill, and he got tripped up by his own teammate. Otherwise, it was nothing but green grass in front. Maybe a second-level safety to stiff arm, but we've seen Bugamman do that many times before.
They're going to stay in that Wild Dog formation. Braden Whitaker is a wide receiver nearest to us, short side of the field. He's going to go in motion. Bugamman fakes the give to him, tries that right side behind Hall, lowers that shoulder. He's right at the line. He's going to get it. That's a Bulldog first down on 2 running plays. Good work by that right side, Matt Hall, the right tackle.
Well, we had discussed it. Mind you, we had heard it from Coach Palka there in our pregame interview, just how stout this run defense is for the Britons. You wonder if the reason for the Bulldogs coming out in that package to start the game is to try to throw some of this run defense off and get some advantage there early in the going.
And speaking of early going, a flag on this play, an illegal substitution. That's a substitution infraction on the Bulldogs. I thought he said number 6, so 6 must have run on the field and come back off. So make that 1st and 15.
Number 6, of course, one of those seniors. It's Ryan Brumley who gets called there.
Our referee today is Greg Santilli. 1st and 15 for Boudry, who lines up in his quarterback position. He's all alone, and we have another pre-snap penalty, a false start on the Bulldogs. Make it 1st and 20. So Bugamman motioned out to the right side, and the right tackle, Hall, jumped. So Adrian needs 20 to pick up a first down, but if you look at the positive, it's first down. So it's not like it's 3rd and 20. You have 3 plays to get it.
Yeah, but now it's passing downs all 3 for this Bulldogs team.
Britons show 4 across the front. It's going to be a Boudry pass, his first today. Goes second level. There's Aberger, makes the catch along the near sideline. He's been the go-to guy for the Bulldogs this season, and there you go, 27 consecutive catches. That's 10 yards and a second down and 10. First completion, first attempt by Noah Boudry.
Yeah, and Ethan Aberger just does a good job there at flipping his hips, showing the numbers, gets both feet in before falling out of bounds. Exactly what you want to see out of your wide receiver.
Bulldogs a 2nd and 10 at their own 36. Boudry looks middle, tipped off a Britain defender and incomplete.
Number 6, Ryan Brumley.
13 was in the middle there. Adam Mills, the senior from Frankfort High School. Tanzania, Michigan product, makes it a 3rd down and 10 yards to go on this opening possession. Clock stops right at 13-13. Big chance here for the Britain defense to get off the field. Adrian going to go empty here in the shotgun. 3 receivers right, 1 left, 1 along the line. It's Brumley, the tight end. Boudry alone. Britons bring 4. Nice blocking initially. Boudry looks out to his left. Goes across his body to the middle of the field. Diving grab by Brumley. That's a first down in Albion territory. Boudry did everything you're not supposed to do, throw late across the middle, but when you have that tight end out there, he feels comfortable doing that.
Throw late across the middle, across your body, and he left it a little short. Luckily, Ryan Brumley isn't a small guy. He dives back, makes the catch. If he hits him right in the numbers there, Brumley spins upfield for more yardage.
Oh, yeah, third down conversion. Here's room for Bugamman. Lowers that shoulder and a big-time hit in the second level. Thomas Smith greets the Bulldog running back after a pickup of 4, and Trey slow to get up. But he does. Bulldogs wearing their gray uniforms today. Gold numbers. Black helmets with the gold stripe down the middle. Bruiser's paw printed on that helmet. Boudry right to the line quickly. Second down and about 5. Britons bring pressure. Adrian throws a screen to the outside. Aberger gets through one tackle and not gets through the second one. Shoestring tackle for the Britain cornerback, Marion Backstresser. That is a sophomore from Rochester Hills making a nice grab, but Aberger did all he could to make that a minimal loss.
Yeah, minimal loss, and obviously not what you want to see for the Bulldogs, but Aberger does a good job there just sealing in the catch, making sure that we don't see one of those fluky, was it backwards or not.
Third and long, Boudry looking middle, nowhere to go. Look at him escape in the backfield. Boudry tucking and running. He's going to get hit and dragged down out of bounds. Britons cover up everything well downfield, and decision time for Coach Palka. It's not much of a decision. We'll see the freshman punter, 32, Cooper Tracy. Credit to the Britons. They brought the heat, and they got home to Boudry eventually.
Yeah, and this is the wise choice there by the coaching staff of the Bulldogs. Just punt this ball away. Let your freshman punter, let that leg warm up. Might need him later. Hope you don't, but this is a chance to pin the Brits deep.
Tracy stands at his 36-yard line. Britain return man looks to be Christian Powers. Punt is away. Fair catch called for and made inside the 10. It's actually number 15, Caden Wilson, the freshman defensive back. So Albion gets their first possession. Offense that is certainly capable, Sean. They've put up plenty of points this season. 21 in their first game, a loss in overtime to UW-Stevens Point. 45-39 winners at Bluffton. Put up 25 against Rose-Hulman and 35 in a loss to Trine.
Yeah, and that loss to Trine, it looks worse than it was, obviously. Trine scores with less than a minute to go. There were 3 touchdowns in under 2 minutes in that game. It was just electrifying there towards the end. Leads to the Britons taking the loss, though, unfortunately for them.
Starting at quarterback, Ali Murray, the senior. Left-handed quarterback. He's going to fake the run and throw to the flat. Has his tight end, Burrows, corrals him out of bounds. There's a flag on the far side of the field. Catch by Connor Davey, the junior tight end. And we will see the flag was down the field, so this might be good news for the defense.
Wouldn't be surprised if this is Dylan Dennison, the wide receiver, number 86, for holding there towards the sideline.
Britain's floating back. And mentioned in the pregame, you look at the numbers for Division III football, looking on the website this morning, as we await the call. It's a face mask on the Britons. We mentioned the overall defense, total defense, Bulldogs number 1 in the country. Scoring defense, they allow just 8.5 points per game. They did not allow a single point week 2 and week 3. 7 to Valparaiso and 27 last week to Olivet in the second half.
Defense only gave up 20 in that game, though.
That's right, the pick 6.
Pick 6 on a awkward back throw screen set up from Sebastian Boswell that just, it was a one-read throw, and unfortunately the read was behind him, so hard to see.
First and 15 for the Britons. We're going to see the ground attack get to the edge, get some of that penalty yardage back. Albion wants to run the football, and it's going to be Alex Trudell. We'll see a lot of him, the sophomore, number 24.
Yeah, and Trudell's had himself some really good weeks as of late, and he's definitely been the bell cow there for Albion throughout this season.
Murray stands in the shotgun, 2nd and 9 from their own 10. We're scoreless, 10:15 to go in the first. He's going to fake the run, look to throw middle, got his man, it's off his hands and incomplete. Boy, 18 had himself a chance. Cameron Moore, the senior wideout, one of the go-tos for the Britons. Sean, he might have been too open, just flat out dropped it.
Yeah, sometimes you just get those concentration drops from your open receivers, and that's exactly what that is there. He's trying to make the sliding grab just to secure it. Unfortunately, he leaves it straight through his hands.
Sun beating down on Kapnick Field, 3rd and 9 for the Britons, 10 from their 10. Murray looks left, throws deep. There's some good coverage out there. Nowhere to go. That's the office of Quincy Dorsey, and that office door is shut. Britons will punt.
And that office door is always shut, right? Quincy Dorsey doesn't give up very many open looks. And quick update on the Trudell numbers. Mentioned he was the bell cow. 102 carries this season, 488 yards, 5 touchdowns. He's got a long of 40, so a lot more just ground and pound, less breakaway ability.
First punt for the Britons. Bulldogs bring some pressure, can't get home. Bulldogs going to let this one bounce. On the return there is Tyler Clement. He's going to get blown up just outside the 40. Well, there's 2 15s, and they're both wide receivers. Actually, I think that was Xavier Rodriguez, the freshman. And the Bulldogs will get good field position off of that. Very minimal return.
Wonder if they subbed out Ethan Aberger as the punt returner, as he did have some troubles last week handling that punt, and just kind of a little bit of indecisiveness from Ethan Aberger. And also, punt returns, you see hits like that, you really don't want your top receiver getting those hits.
Yeah, give him a little break, especially with the heat today. We're looking at mid-80s for the high temperature today in southern Michigan. So Boudry and company, their second offensive possession, 9:55 to go in the first. We're scoreless. Run fake, has Brumley caught inside Britain territory. Brumley inside the 30 and down near the 25-yard line. Play action pass works to perfection, and a Bulldog 1st and 10.
And I think this replay might show it here. Brumley bobbles this catch. He catches it twice, and then he has to switch his focus upfield. He does a good job at fighting through the contact, and as he has told me, I believe that's going to be his 4th longest reception now.
That's Marion Backstresser saving a touchdown on that one. The tackle for the Britons. Bulldogs give it off to Bugamman. Bugamman bouncing it toward the outside, the far side of the field. Give him about 5. You'll take that every time. The Britons defensive back, 13, Adam Mills, senior on this Britons defense. So Bulldogs nearing the red zone. They're at the 21. Boudry now 4 of 5 for 54 yards after that 31-yard strike. He's going to stand alone in the shotgun. 2 receivers right, 3 left. Now Bugamman motions into the backfield from the right. Now he sends Aberger the other way. Fake to Aberger. Boudry rolling left. Looks downfield. He's going to take off and run. Pushed out of bounds on the near side of the field. Got a couple. There's Mills again with the push out for the Britons. Well, Boudry must be comfortable rolling left as a righty. We've seen that a few times in the first quarter.
And we see that a lot through Boudry throughout this season. He likes to roll left. He's comfortable flipping his hips and getting that ball on target, and he's pretty consistent with it. How about Mills, though, flying around the field for this defense of the Britons? And, I mean, he's been in on the last 2 plays.
Adrian looking at a 3rd down. 1 for 2 today. Boudry going to throw far side of the field. Caught by Aberger. Backs pedals out of bounds for an Adrian 1st down as Adrian advances into the red zone. As he approaches 30 consecutive grabs on the season. Mark him out at the 13-yard line. Adrian knocking on the door here in the first quarter. Boudry looked right that time on the scramble. A simple out route for Aberger. That's an NFL catch. Got 2 feet in.
Yes, it is, and thankfully Aberger's made keeping track of those consecutive catches easy because it's just his season total.
That's right. So Bulldogs on the 13. Boudry will stand in the shotgun. Bugamman just off to his left hip. Give us to Trey. It's a counter run to the left. Britton spring it out And Bugamman fights through a couple tacklers as he gets near the 10. Mark him down just outside of that to the 11. A whole host of Britons with the stop. And when you get inside the 20 or 10-yard line, you have to be able to run that football. The field shrinks down.
Brings up second down and 7.
Bugamman really needs to hold on to the ball there, as it looked like Juwan Johnson almost stole it away from him as he was falling backwards. Bugamman kept it, but got to hold it high and tight.
3 right, 1 left rather. Noah looking that way. Has good protection. Britons drop 8 in coverage. Boudry floats it out of bounds and incomplete. So Albion guessed correctly. They only brought 3. That's 8 defenders to cover up those 5 receivers in pattern. Nowhere to throw.
Yeah, as you mentioned, the windows get tight down here. Well, they get really tight when you have 13 players out there running around, and 8 of them are on the other side of the football. So makes things almost impossible for Boudry. Would have liked to see Trey maybe chip and roll, just get open late and give Boudry an option, but it wasn't in the pattern, so Trey did his job and just kept the blocking sound.
Tyler Palka, the assistant head coach, offensive coordinator, relays that play into his senior transfer quarterback with 6 on the play clock. Bulldogs 3rd and 7 from the Albion 10. It's going to be a bubble screen, far side. Whitaker gets through one, dives. He's going to be just short of the first down. He lost the ball, but after it touched the playing surface. So we got a decision here. Depending on the spot for where this 4th down will be, you have Jack Boyke, who's capable from this range. I don't know that field goals are going to win this kind of game, though. Boy, good effort by Whitaker, the sophomore from Dundee, stretching that out.
Yeah, and I like Whitaker getting the touch there in the red zone. He's really been their red zone monster this season. And the blocking was sound from everybody else. It was just one guy slipped through and tripped him up.
Boy, it's a full 2 yards. 4th and 2 from the 6. Bugamman in the backfield in the shotgun wild dog formation. They go to the right side. He's got plenty. He's spinning. Stays on his feet for the Adrian College touchdown. 4th and 2. Give it to number 2. And from 6 yards away, the Bulldogs lead it 6-0.
6 yards away, 6-0. And how about his 6th touchdown in 2 weeks? Trey Bugamman does it all. And it feels like he's trying to make it easy for us as he runs this into just a big pile, spins off, and I think he was surprised by the fact of how close he was to the end zone.
Boy, Matt Hall on the right side, Jack Bush pulling over, leading that convoy of black and gold. Here's Boyke for the extra point. Nice hold. Well, that snap wasn't perfect, but the hold and kick were. The Bulldog offense capitalizes on a short field, and they lead Albion 7-0. We'll take a 30-second break. This is Bulldog football on the Adrian College Sports Network.
Before the achievements, before the celebrations, there's the work. Early mornings, late nights. Every challenge faced, every extra effort made.
Every victory starts with preparation.
We value leadership, resilience, and innovation. No victory without work. Because success isn't given, it's earned. Welcome to Adrian College.
We are back on the Adrian College Sports Network. 5:42 left in the first quarter, and it's your Adrian College Bulldogs leading at 7-0 over Albion. Ian Went, Sean Whitmer in the booth with you, and a nice drive put together by this Adrian College offense. They go 8 plays, 57 yards in 4 minutes, 13 seconds, and they score the touchdown. A Trey Bugamman 4th and 2 touchdown run, and here's a short kickoff by Boyke on purpose, fielded by the Britons over the 35. Ball pops out. When did that happen, and who has the football? There's also a flag on the play.
Definitely looked like a Bulldog at the bottom of the pile if the ball popped out before a player was down.
Well, this penalty's huge. I believe it's Britain football, no indication otherwise. And then we need to factor in the yellow hanky on the field at the 41. So it's a 15-yard face mask on the kicking team. Said 28, right? Tyler Morgan, freshman running back. We've seen him in the backfield quite a bit. So that's going to give Albion field position. Should be inside Adrian territory as they walk this thing off the full 15. So you talk about a short field for Adrian. This will be even shorter for the Britons.
Yeah, and it was going to be a short field either way, but that face mask is going to make it within the 50 for the Britons. And this is a Britain squad that struggled to get things moving on their last drive, so I'm sure they're happy to be just about 2 first downs away from being in field goal range.
Albion's second possession, the first one, hindered by a penalty of their own. So they'll scrimmage from the Bulldog 47. Murray's going to give off. Nice tackle from the backside of that defensive line, but a good push through by the Britain front. Makes it a second down and medium, another carry for Trudell.
Yeah, as I mentioned, Trudell, just one of those power backs. He's not somebody that's going to break anything away. He's not trying to beat you with speed. He's just going to lower his shoulder and run over you.
From the Bulldog 41. Murray to pass one-on-one. He threw it low. What are they saying? They're saying catch. Okay. So we're going to have the benefit of a replay. This was not a perfect throw at all by Murray. Oh, yeah, it was. What a great grab by Moore.
Phenomenal grab.
Yeah.
Moore, he's the leading receiver for this team. He's also the only returning receiver from last year's team.
What a great catch to the Bulldog 24. Albion looking to answer the Adrian College touchdown. 4:35 and rolling here in the first. Bulldogs bringing pressure. Here comes Maddox Woods. They push the pocket. Murray rolling to his left and flips it out of bounds. Boy, Woods flying in from that left side of the defense. Also, Steven Moreno got his way into the backfield.
Yeah, and it looked like the Bulldog sideline really wanted a holding call there. Woods got wrapped up around his neck as he was coming in. That's usually an easy call for the officiating crew.
Some noise down at the north end zone. I'd say probably double the normal band size with all those high schoolers there. Trudell's going to get the zone read to the right side. He gets through one tackle, but not Liam Carey. So Carey makes the tackle after a carry of about 2 yards to the 22. I can't believe I haven't said that through 4 weeks of football.
I feel like one of us definitely has. It's just a matter of we didn't realize it until right now.
Well, if he were running back, it'd be easy. They transfer in from Concordia. It's a 3rd down and 8 for the Britons at the Bulldog 22. 3:50 and moving here in the first quarter. Murray in the gun. Claps his hands, wants something different. Adrian showing pressure off the right edge. Both sides changing up the look, and we have a whistle and a timeout as that play clock was expiring. So Coach Travis Rundle in his 3rd season for Albion calls his first timeout. He was the running backs, in his first 2 years back at his alma mater. He has a record of 14-6, 8-5 in the league. And talking about the league, these two teams were projected to be neck and neck preseason. Of course, that was about a month or 2 months ago. You have to let it play out. Britons knocking on the door, 3rd down and long upcoming.
Yeah, and 3rd down numbers for the Britons this season, 24 of 69 after that one they missed earlier, came in 24 of 68. Also looking at some field goal numbers, they're 8 for 11 on the year. If we take a look at the Bulldog 3rd down percentage allowed, they are 31st in all of D3 football, just allowing 14 of 51. That's a percentage of 27.5.
So you could argue strength versus strength right here. Albion's offense against Adrian's defense. Britons use their first timeout on a 3rd and 8 from the Adrian 22. Murray with Tayshawn Nichols in the backfield with him now. Murray takes, Bulldogs bring 4. Murray has time, floats it across the middle, catch made, but an even better breakthrough of the tackle. It's a Briton 1st down Jalen Johnson slipped through Quincy Dorsey, who had him behind the line to gain, but a better job of breaking that tackle. First and goal, Britons at the 8.
Yeah, and that's a very easy call for the Britons team. He gets tackled quickly, no big deal. They were well within field goal range for their kicker, as he's done a great job this season at knocking home some of those easy field goals. But you throw the drag, he gets open, he breaks the tackle, and suddenly we're talking other ways.
There's a carry through the middle, nothing there for the Britain running back. Trudell, nothing, maybe lost a yard back to the 9. Credited with the tackle, Ethan Burrows, the standout safety for these Bulldogs. Adrian trying to bend but not break. Britons looking for the answers. We're inside of 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Ian Wendt, Sean Whitmer with you. Adrian College up 7-0 on a Trey Bugamman 4th and 2 touchdown run from the 6. Murray alone. Bulldogs showing pressure through the middle. They bring it. Murray on the quarterback keeper has some blocking. Slips through one at the 5 and down to the 4. Nearly got through that last line of defense, and touchdown saving tackle by the black and gold at the 4.
So Albion is 15 for 21 this season in the red zone. They've come away with a touchdown 9 times, settled for a field goal 6.
Burrows with the touchdown saving tackle on the Albion quarterback. It's a 3rd and 4. Goal to go for Albion. Murray takes, gives, Trudell not going to get there. It's a rugby scrum at the 2, and he did not get it. It is 4th down Albion. Will they go for it to try to counter Adrian going for it?
It looks like they're going to. I haven't seen any movement.
So the ball came out, but it was after progress was stopped. It is a 4th and 3, and this Bulldog crowd getting into it.
And I'll tell you what, the Bulldog defense doesn't care if it was after the whistle. Their confidence is high.
Trudell in the shotgun with his quarterback, Murray. 4th and goal. Murray looking to pass, throws right side, got his man off his hands, and it's incomplete on the near side pylon. He overthrew Cameron Moore, and the Bulldogs take over on downs.
And how about that phenomenal pass rush blitz from Maddox Woods off the outside? We see it here. He comes screaming in and forced that pass to be early. It was good coverage from Tim Simons, but it was also an overthrow due to the pressure coming from Maddox Woods.
In college football, that's open, and that's a miss by the quarterback. But as you mentioned, Maddox Woods, the ultimate disruptor. Bulldogs bend and do not break. 1st and 10, Adrian with 1:16 to go in the first. They lead at 7-0, but they're backed up in their own end zone where Boudreaux will take this snap. Throws from there. Catch made, Aberger far side of the field at the 8-yard line. So breathing room for the Bulldogs. Another catch for Aberger. Make it 30 in a row.
Yeah, and Ethan Aberger just does his job so well. A lot of times you'll see teams run the ball here to get that room. Instead, the Bulldogs know that's what the Britons are thinking, so instead they throw it quickly to the flat. It's Ethan Aberger wide open, getting down.
The Britons drive went 9 plays and 44 yards and could not score. Bulldogs a 2nd down and medium. Boudreaux play action pass near side of the field. Aberger again, caught at the 20 and pushed out of bounds. Such a good pass right there. Pushed out of bounds by Juwan Johnson. And Aberger's living on the edge today, Sean. A lot of these catches along the sideline.
Yeah, which is good for the Bulldogs because they can work Aberger outside, and then they can run a double move, have him fake outside, break back up the middle, and it'll leave him wide open because the Britons defense is going to bite so hard on that out route.
Adrian does not have to run another play in this quarter if they don't want to, and that appears to be what Coach Opalka wants to do, and he's gesturing the boys over. And what a first quarter it was, just as you'd expect an MIAA clash. One of the oldest rivalries in Division III football and college football. 1906, we go back to Bulldogs and Britons. We'll take a timeout. Adrian with the football, up by 7. We'll be back in 30 on the Adrian College Sports Network.
I'm a special ed social worker.
And I'm a third-year public affairs major.
I'm an action filmmaker.
Jevi is like a consolidated platform where I could have focused information in a couple swipes.
You can be another small voice that adds to a beautiful space. That's what I'm here for.
Right back on the Adrian College Sports Network. Noah Boudry, 8 of 10, 79 yards. A rushing touchdown by Trey Bugamman, 6 carries, 30 yards, and the score. A defensive stand for Adrian inside their 5, and the Bulldogs are with the football now. So they're looking at a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Ian went, Sean Whitmer up in the booth with you. 1 quarter in the books. What did you see in the first 15?
Just the Bulldogs doing exactly what they always seem to do. They're playing fast, they're playing physical, and the defense is doing what we expect. They're making stands. Yes, they are bending, but they haven't broke. That's what's important. The offense has capitalized on the opportunities that it's received, and it's led to the Bulldogs being up 7-0 and having the football.
Alex Trudell for the Britons, 5 carries and 15 yards. Bulldog defense doing work through the first 15. Adrian looking to score on back-to-back possessions. Here's a pitch out to Bugamman. Bugamman with some space as he gets thrown over toward the 25-yard line. And that's a pickup of about 6. You'll take that every time running the football. Adrian doing a nice job between the tackles so far.
Yeah, and it opens up things for the outside run, right? We haven't seen it yet, but the Bulldogs like to do that quick pitch to the outside from the shotgun. We'll see if they can do anything like that.
Here's a power run. Bugamman tries that left side. There's some room and a 1st down. Follow Bryce Keller. I would, and you should at home as well. Big number 77 moving people. Adrian actually averaging just about 4 yards per rush. Just looking at the live stats here, AdrianBulldogs.com. Shout out Mike Prang, Sports Information Director here at Adrian. Bulldog 1st down, 1st minute gone by here in the 2nd quarter. 33-yard line. This drive started at the 3. Adrian up 7-0. Boudry lines up in the shotgun formation. Aberger comes in motion right to left. And he fakes it, and Boudry got swallowed up. Nowhere to go. The Albion defensive pressure. It's number 9, Alex Olenek, the senior outside linebacker.
Yeah, he just came screaming in there like if that is a give to Aberger, he breaks away. Nobody was looking at Aberger. Everybody was reading Boudry. They thought it was going to be a play action. It looked like, unfortunately, it doesn't matter when somebody's screaming up the middle so aggressively.
Bugamman goes into a passing pattern. Boudry looks that way, now throws his safety blanket, caught by the Onsted graduate. That's Quinn Hiram. Got a few yards back on the 2nd down and 12 completion up to the 36. 3rd down for Adrian College. Boy, normally, Sean, if you get 30 yards of offense on a drive, you're thinking, what kind of points can we get? When your drive starts way back inside your 5, you've done a lot of work to not quite get to midfield.
Yeah, and the Bulldogs are 22 of 51 entering today on 3rd down. They have converted a couple today as well.
Boudry takes the snap from Simon. Throws near side. There's Aberger, got blown up at about the 41, 42-yard line. Actually, they'll give him the 43 and a 1st down. That's a perfect spot if you're a Bulldog fan and a terrible one if you're a Briton. And right at the line, and they give it to him. That's 32 in a row for number 3. Boy, if that's a sticks route, Sean, run to the sticks, he did exactly that. He did not get it by much.
No, and that's what you want to see. He's still working the outside. He has yet to break inside. Even on the routes where he's not getting the ball, he's still just working the inside, or the outside, mind you.
Boudry, composure on the 3rd down completion. Look at this run for Bugamman, following the big guys through the hole up near the 50. Britton's literally punching at that football as Trey moves his way forward. And that's what Coach Palka is saying. 25, dropping the hammer. Marion Backstresser, sophomore DB, literally punching at the football, and Trey held onto it. And look at this.
You can do that within reason. But when you're just swinging for fun at that point, that's when you can sometimes see an unnecessary roughness or an unsportsmanlike conduct flag come in. Just really depends on how the officials are feeling that day.
Well, and if one of those lands high, and you're talking a 15-yarder, you're going to get that in a rivalry. Bulldogs get into the Britain side of the 50. 11:06 to go in the half. 7-0 Adrian College with the football. Britons show pressure. They blitz. It's a run into it. Spinning is Carson Schrader. And Adrian College, number 2 back, picks up a 1st and 10.
Makes it easy, doesn't it, when you have 2 backs that are basically the exact same style of back, and they both carry the ball with such viciousness up the middle.
They're linebackers, Sean. They're linebackers that can hold on to the football. I mean, Schrader's 6'2", Bugamman's 6'1".
And Bugamman was quite literally a linebacker.
He was, yes. You are correct. So 10.5 to go in the half. Still 7-0 Bulldogs. Adrian has 9 first downs today. Albion with 2, and the Adrian offense wants to talk things over. We'll keep it right here. And, talking about the MIAA, ultra-competitive league. I mean, last week, I need to issue an apology. Last week, we were at Olivet. We were checking on scores in the MIAA, and we said, hey, the Hope Alma game is on. And, boy, did something happen in that contest. Sean, I'm literally looking at the live stream. I see a Hope celebration, and I go, Hope wins in overtime. Never reopened my phone to see what would ensue. And that crazy moment, I mean controversial, but crazy moment for Alma to regain their composure, go down and score and get a huge conference win last week. So an apology there. I mean, I had my parents and friends go, hey, I was listening, and it was a great game, Hope and Alma. Yeah, Hope won. I go, well, actually, Alma ended up winning that game 29-26. Talking about the league, though, last week Olivet, majority freshmen. Overwhelmingly freshmen. This team, Albion, kind of the opposite. They're a very veteran group over there on the other side.
Yeah, and Albion's doing a great job at building a program. They've had a program. They haven't had to rebuild. So they know what they're doing in this coaching staff, in this regime, with these athletes. They're coming in off of 3 straight wins against the Bulldogs. And when that's your rival, that's what you care the most about. Obviously, you'd love to win the conference every year. But if you lose the conference but beat your rival, you're feeling fine.
It's going to be a run fake to Aberger. Boudry steps up. There's some room for him to run. Looking for a block, and he's going to slide anyway at about the 37-yard line. Wonder if the Bulldogs were looking for a shot play there. Britain's covered up nicely.
Yeah, Noah Boudry does a great job at reading what's going on. That's a pass play all the way. That's not a quarterback draw. That is Noah Boudry being an athlete, reading the field, seeing that there's nothing for him to work with, so he'll just take off and run it up the middle.
Dogs moving. This drive began inside their own 5-yard line, and they're at the Albion 37, a 2nd down. Boudry pitches out to Bugamman, nearly lost the handle. He's going to get grabbed and thrown down back at the 41-yard line. That was a scary pitch right from the start. The Albion defender flying in on the play. Didn't catch the number. He was so fast. Fortunate for Bugamman to hang on to that football.
And the sideline didn't like the tackle there. I didn't really see anything too vicious, but definitely tackling up by the nameplate. Unfortunately, in that close quarter situation there's nothing that the defender can do except tackle by the nameplate, and he drug down Bugamman. Great job by Bugamman to keep his concentration and keep that football secured.
Alex Olenek with the defensive play. Boudry with a 3rd down. He feels pressure is going to get drilled and sacked back at the 44-yard line. So that's 32 flying in. Ryan Dybus, the senior linebacker, and now a non-decision decision. Adrian going to punt the football. Now what they did, Sean, on that drive is they went 10 plays and 54 yards, and or rather 12 plays, 56, and a drive that started at their own 3. They did all they could do aside from scoring some points.
Would like to see them score points, obviously, if you're the Bulldogs sideline, but at the end of the day, they did their job. They moved the ball. They got stalled out, but they chewed clock.
The youngster Gets a high spiraling punt. This should be fielded. Oh, look at that bounce. Look at that bounce inside the 5. That's a clutch punt for Cooper Tracy. This guy's a freshman, folks. Look at that Pat McAfee impression. Get out the pitching wedge. That was sick.
Kind of reminds me of someone we used to see out there punting for the Bulldogs.
Is it me pregame?
No, I was thinking more Sammy LaFada.
Oh, okay.
The special teams coach.
Oh, the actual punter for the team. Oh, Sammy's got to love that. That thing hit it about the 2 and checked up to the 4. And Albion, if there were shadows today, they'd be in them. Murray and company. They'll scrimmage from their own 4. QB takes, gives, tripped up in the backfield. He either tripped over his own lineman or that pesky turf monster, Alex Trudell, taken down behind the line of scrimmage at the 3.
It looked like he tried to bounce the run to the outside and just got tangled up in his own feet. You mentioned the turf monster, of course. When you're a big bruising back, sometimes when you try to sidestep to get more yardage, you cause yourself to lose your footing.
Bulldog band getting loud in the north end zone. Murray will take the snap from his shotgun, gives it off to Trudell, eclipses the 5, and upended at about the 6, maybe the 7-yard line. 7.5 to go before half. It's still 7-0 Adrian College. To be honest, Sean, I thought I'd see more points, but I'm not surprised that we're having this. Rivalry week, things get intensified. It's a 3rd down and 8 for Albion.
Watch the blitz from the linebackers here. I expect Liam Carey to be the only one to stay home.
1 for 3 are the Britons today. Dogs show 4 down linemen. Murray claps his hands, takes the snap. He's going to throw. Here's some pressure in the backfield. He's going to slip through it, get at the 10-yard line. He's going to be short of that line to gain. Adrian almost got home. Nice elusiveness by Murray. Picked up some yardage, but a 4th down upcoming for the Britons.
Well, I was half right. Gildy was the only one that went, but Liam Carey staying home helped him get the tackle there. He tripped up Murray, and thankfully Simons pulled back just in time. Otherwise, probably would have gotten an unnecessary roughness call there.
Steven Moreno in on the rush. Chris Bowman listed as the Britons punter, although that is someone different. It's going to be a fair catch at the 46-yard line. That's 36 for the Britons doing the punting there. Spencer Berkeypile, a freshman. So a couple of freshman punters today in this rivalry contest. 6:13 to go before half. 7-0 Adrian College, and that was on a 4th down and 2 from the 6. Trey Bugamman touchdown, and Albion takes that next possession. They get inside the 5 and can't score, and that's been the story of the game.
Would like to see the Britons definitely work more of their offense. It feels like they're playing into the defensive hand of the Bulldogs a little bit more than you'd like to see if you're a Britons fan. They have things that have worked. They've scored a lot of points this season, but they haven't scored any yet today.
Adrian has 28 plays, 149 yards. Boudry throws it out, wide receiver screen for Aberger, gets through 1 at the line of scrimmage, down to the 40-yard line. We'll see where he is marked out, right at the 38-yard line of Albion. Some more good field position for the Bulldogs. Pickup of about 8 on the carry. Catch and run, I should say. Clock moving, 5:50 to go in this quick-moving first half. Brady Raymond split out wide to the right. Whitaker out wide to the left. Aberger motion left to right. Boudry will take the snap. Throw it that way. Aberger with the catch. Trying to make one man miss, and he will. Look at that play. Ethan Aberger got through the would-be tackle of Jalen Johnson. Rather, that's Juwan Johnson, the senior defensive back. Juwan and Jalen Johnson both were number 1 for the Britons.
I noticed that as well. Very interesting to have both of them wearing the number 1. Curious if there's any relation there. Johnson, one of the most common last names, it feels like, in all of sports. But
so the Bulldogs pick up a first down, their 10th of this ball game. They're at the Albion 32, leading at 7-0. Give to Trey Bugamman. There's some space. Bugamman hurdles a man at the 25. lowers those shoulder pads down to the 20. I really like this kid at linebacker. I think I like him more at running back, Sean.
I think it's been a lot more fun to call him as a running back.
Yes, it is. Look at that kid, airborne.
Halfway airborne, at least. Kind of a half hurdle.
He was off the ground. It counts.
Update, they might be cousins. Okay. One is from Detroit, Michigan, and one is from Southfield, Michigan. So
close
not
enough.
Far away, but different regions. Wouldn't say that they're necessarily from the same school.
Research man. It's another run for Bugamman. He has some opening. 15, 10, down to the 5-yard line. Bulldogs are running in bunches against the Britons. Another big gainer for Trey Bugamman.
Just does exactly what you need if you're the Bulldogs team. This Bulldogs team has always liked to run the football with power. That's what Bugamman does. He gets upfield in a hurry, not afraid to run through some contact, always falls forward, it feels like.
First and goal at the Britons, 5, 3 and 44, and rolling in the first half. Boudry in the shotgun, Bugamman off to his right. Give us to Trey. Give us to the end zone for a Bulldog score. Call that drive the Trey drive, and it's 13-0 Bulldogs.
Trey Bugamman does it all for this Bulldogs offense. Right there, just lowers the shoulder, drags some defenders, and spins his way in to the end zone. Gotta love that. Gotta love the excitement and unselfishness from Noah Boudry celebrating for his teammate as if he had scored it himself.
Matt Hall helping escort the running back into the end zone. Jack Boyke's extra point is up away, and it is good. Bulldogs lead by 2 scores, 3 and 33 to go in the second quarter. Trey Bugamman with 2 more touchdown runs today. He is hungry for more. We'll be back with more Bulldog football on the Adrian College Sports Network.
Bulldog fans, remember to follow Adrian College TV on social media. For game highlights and campus events, you can catch it all on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and X at Adrian College TV. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch all our future streams live and support your Bulldogs.
Right back on the Adrian College Sports Network. Bulldogs take the short field and drive down for the touchdown. Trey Bugamman, a 5-yard scamper, and the Boyke extra point makes it 14-0. We welcome you back into the booth. Ian Wentz, Sean Whitmer, Tim Ambrose, one of our 2 engineers, Sean actually engineering as well here at the stadium. It's been a defensive battle in the first half. A couple of Bulldog touchdown drives, one of 57, the other of 46. Boyke's kickoff will make its way into the end zone for a touchback. So bring that football out, and we'll bring out this Albion offense that, Sean, look at the drives. 4 plays, 1 yard and a punt. 9 plays, 44 yards, turned it over on downs. 3 plays, 7 yards and a punt.
Both of these teams have played great. Would like to see Albion really step it up a little bit more, obviously, if you're a Brits fan. But what they've ran into is what everyone else has ran into. This Bulldogs starting defense has been phenomenal this year. I think your notes said #1 defense in Division III football.
Yeah, looking at total defense, D3Football.com, the Britain scrimmage from the 25-yard line. Here's a run into a pack of Bulldogs right at the line of scrimmage. Liam Carey completes the tackle. Andrew Van Dyke in there as well for the Dogs, and along with number 43, Nelson Fernandez. So they're going to give him a yard on the carry, Trudell. It's kind of been bottled up thus far for Albion, looking at his numbers today. 7 carries and 18 yards, just a long of 6. 2nd and 9 for the Britons. Murray's going to pass. Bulldogs bring some heat. Lefty throws far sideline, too high and incomplete. 86 was out there. Dylan Dennison, the fifth-year wide receiver, threw it over his head and incomplete, and quickly a third down for the Britons.
You think Murray got the memo not to throw it in the direction of Ethan Burrows? Because it seems like he is finding 35 and going as far away as possible, targeting anyone else. That doesn't work because this Bulldogs defensive back unit is stellar.
One of the captains today, Tim Simons, the other safety. Britons with a 3rd and 9 from their own 26. Murray with a rush of 4 Bulldogs. Check down pass, catch made at the sticks, and a first down for Albion. That is the grab for number 3, Tayshawn Nichols, listed as a defensive back. Makes a nice grab. Britons convert the 3rd down.
The 2 sophomores over there chirping each other after that last play. Jalen Johnson and Quincy Dorsey getting into each other's face.
It's another Briton run between the tackles. Good for 2, maybe 3 yards. They untangle the pile. Second down and long coming up. That is Nichols with the rush right there. Murray today 3 of 8 for 44 yards, a long of 17. And right now we've hit that 2-minute timeout. We'll take a 60-second timeout. 2 minutes to go before the half. 2 Trey Bugamman rushing touchdowns gives Adrian College a 14-0 lead. This is Bulldog football on the Adrian College Sports Network.
Adrian College is shaping the future of higher education and leading the way in innovation and excellence. Ranked first in most innovative schools and second in best value and undergraduate teaching in the Midwest by U.S. News and World Report, Adrian College is recognized for its commitment to innovation, quality education, and affordability. Offering 71 undergraduate programs, 13 graduate programs, and a 1-to-15 faculty-to-student ratio, our students receive personalized attention and a cutting-edge education. With state-of-the-art facilities, 10 academic institutes, and 50 competitive sports teams, Adrian fosters growth both inside and outside the classroom. From small class sizes to championship-level athletics, we provide the tools and experiences you need to succeed. Join a community that prioritizes your success. Start your journey with us, where your potential is realized. Discover Adrian College.
Welcome back to the Adrian College Sports Network. The 2-minute timeout has come and gone. 2 minutes left in the first half. It's Adrian College 14 and Albion College 0. Murray, the quarterback for Albion, hands off the football to Nichols. Nichols gets wrapped up by Liam Carey from behind after a pickup of 4 yards. And 2 timeouts left for either team. So we see some tempo here for Travis Rundle's Britons. Looking at a 3rd down and 4. Again, total defense, best in America. 3rd down defense, one of the best. See what Albion has in store. Bulldogs have 4 across that front. They bring 4. Murray's going to throw. Has Nichols as running back at the line to gain. He gets it as he's flipped up and over at the midfield stripe. It's an Albion 1st and 10 to the 48.
How about that hit from Quincy Dorsey? Understanding low man wins, and, well, he might not have the height, but he gets low, elevates the tight end up over and onto the ground. Actually, I believe that might have been the running back on that play.
Was Nichols with another 3rd down conversion. Couple on this drive. Ali Murray, the quarterback, stands in the gun. Trudell off to his right. It's going to be a run fake, throwing the lefty. Looks deep middle. It's batted in the air, and it falls harmlessly incomplete. Chris Jackson greets the quarterback in the backfield. Big number 91 in gray. Going to take a breather. Talking with Coach Palka before this game for Adrian. As they stop play for what they say is an injured player. Are they already off the field, Sean? I don't. They're saying Jackson was hurt? I didn't see it.
I didn't see anybody leave the field due to injury. Jackson came off, it looked like, as just a normal substitution. As now Gildy's going to come off, but I don't know if that's a...
Wonder if there was a cut that the officials saw and got some blood out there. Wouldn't surprise me in this contest. The 2nd and 10 for Albion, 1:17 to go before half. Bulldogs holding on to a 2-score lead. It's a screen pass, read nicely by Maddox Woods. The Albion receiver wanted a flag on the play. Amar Hunter not going to get one. Maddox Woods, he can do some pass pro.
So quick highlight to the defensive back on the other side from Quincy Dorsey. It's normally Coronis Davis. I've seen throughout the week he had a club on his right hand, so I was curious if he was going to play. Well, so far in this game, I've seen Tabari Triplett and Elijah Hayward out there at that far side. It's Elijah Hayward right now.
Another 3rd and 10 for Albion. They've converted a couple on this drive. Adrian brings 4. Murray steps into the pocket, goes deep middle. It's Burrows with the INT. This guy is a thief in broad daylight. There's another takeaway for Ethan Burrows.
3 in 2 weeks for Ethan Burrows. And I had mentioned earlier you don't want to throw his way, but it's hard to make a decision. Well, that time he threw into the danger of Quincy Dorsey and Ethan Burrows. Ethan Burrows, the one to come away with it. Now the Bulldogs have 1:07 to work.
Cameron Moore, the intended Britain receiver. And Burrows says this football's going the other way. 1:07 to go before half. We'll see how aggressive Boudry and company want to be. They scrimmage from their own 15. So a turnover on downs and an interception. Here's some pressure by Albion. Boudry lost the football. It's scooped up toward the goal line. He's tackled just short. Boudry had it stripped out. Olenek picked up that football and nearly took it in. What a turn.
Great pass rush up the middle. That's Boudry's only mistake on the season so far, and he was just trying to get outside, and I think he might have actually bumped into one of his own players, causing him to lose the football there.
Boy, Dwayne Williams bringing the heat, the freshman defensive lineman. So you go from a dejected offense for Albion to, hey, we got a gift. 1st and goal at the Adrian College 1. And if you're the defense, you just took the football away, and here you go back out onto the field.
But knowing this defense, they're using that as motivation, not as a slight. They're saying, we just took the football away, we can do it again.
And whistles before this one. Adrian wants to take a break with an even 60 seconds to go before the first half concludes. 14-0 in this one. Take a look at some of the numbers for Albion. Their quarterback, Ali Murray, 4 for 12, 1 interception, 51 yards, just a long of 17. His leading receiver is Nichols with 2 catches and 20 yards. The running for Trudell, 7 carries, 19 yards, just 2.6 per rush. Adrian offensively, Noah Boudry, 15 attempts, 13 completions, 111 yards, no touchdowns, no picks. He's been sacked twice, and we just saw that fumble right there for the Bulldog quarterback. Ethan Aberger, 8 catches for 50 yards today. Ryan Brumley, 2 catches for 46. Running the ball, Trey Bugamman averaging 6.3 yards per carry, 2 touchdowns, 12 attempts, and 79 yards. The offense has put up 14 points. But if you're Albion, you can double dip big time here. Adrian received the football to start the football game. You're going to get it to begin the third quarter. If you can bookend that, a couple touchdowns, we got a tie ball game, but a lot of work to do to get it in from the 1.
And the Bulldogs will have time if the Britons score too quickly here to potentially answer before the half.
Murray, the quarterback, Trudell, the running back. They're in the shotgun from the 1. Claps his hands, gives to Trudell, and he's in for the Albion score with 57 seconds to go before half. The shortest offensive possession you could have, and Albion cashes in from 1 yard away.
Maybe the easiest run on the day as well for the Britons. I'd like to correct myself as well from earlier. That interception by Burrows in coverage with Burrows was not Quincy Dorsey. It was Tabari Triplett. So Dorsey was not on the field for that play when the Bulldogs took the ball away.
The lefty Logan Gerwinski in for the PAT. A low line driver gets between the uprights with 57 seconds to go in our first half. The score is now Adrian College 14 and Albion College 7. Looking around the Michigan Intercollegiate Athletic Association today, every ball game at this point at 2 o'clock should be kicked off. Trine and Hope in action down in Angola, Indiana, as Hope leads that one by a score of 14-7. They are 5 minutes to go before the half. Games that just have kicked off: Olivet at Kalamazoo and Calvin at Alma. Big test for Calvin. They're getting some love, not only in the conference, but in the scope of Division III football. In that game up in Alma, the Scots coming off that emotional win against Hope. Hope coming off an emotional loss, trying to right the ship against Trine, who Albion fans would say stole a win last week over in Albion.
Yeah, and both those teams are coming off very emotional games in Trine and Hope. Hope, of course, negative emotions. Trine, positive emotions. And let me say, just that Hope-Alma game, that was the talk of campus this week. It wasn't the fact that the Bulldogs are 4-0. It wasn't anything about the Bulldogs. It was the Hope-Alma finish.
Yeah. Hey, really, state of Michigan talk, and I think around Division III athletics and college football. Making headlines last week. Gerwinski will line it up and kick it away. It's a kick fielded inside the 5-yard line. Bulldogs taking it all the way to the right side, trying to cut it up to the 20, and that's where they will be dropped. Xavier Rodriguez, the freshman wide receiver, with 51 seconds, gives Adrian field position at around the 20. There's a flag far away from where the tackle took place. That's against Adrian. I don't know if we'll see much aggressive nature. But if it's against the Britons, turn up that dial. So a hands to the face. Number 15, it's either Braden Fracassi or Caden Wilson. They're both fast. One's a wide receiver, one's a defensive back, so it's not one of those situations where one of them's, the quarterback. It's not him. No, it's one of those 15s. So that's a huge penalty against the Britons. Puts the ball at the 37.
And I think we will see that aggressive nature. We've seen the Bulldogs kind of practice this last week, being up 35-0 before half.
14-7 Bulldogs, 51 seconds and 2 timeouts. Boudry gets a clean pocket, finds Trey Bugamman in the flat. Trey goes nowhere fast, as he's going to lose 3 or 4 yards on that play.
Boudry's pass complete to number 2, Trey Bugamman.
Haven't seen this offense look for 16 Braden Whitaker much. He's been a focal point for the offense and maybe focal point for the Britons defensively. They've really shut down 16.
He had the one bubble screen catch in the red zone earlier, but that's really been all his day. No Brumley on the field, no Ty Greer on the field for the Bulldogs.
15 seconds, no real urgency. Boudry will take, give to Bugamman. He's tackled as he crossed the 35, and that will conclude our first half of action. Albion cashes in on the Bulldog takeaway, or the giveaway, I should say. Adrian College leading this one at the halftime break, 14-7, a clash of long-time foes, Bulldogs and Britons. We'll pause for the halftime. Sean and I will be back with some stats from the first half, our thoughts on the first 30, and a look ahead to half number 2. It's the Bulldogs, it's the Britons. You're tuned in to the Adrian College Sports Network.
Bulldog fans, remember to follow Adrian College TV on social media. For game highlights and campus events, you can catch it all on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and X at Adrian College TV. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch all our future streams live and support your Bulldogs.
The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Gotten an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, and learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in.
You stand today, students, on the threshold of a magical time in your life. A time of significant growth and introspection, self-awareness, challenge, and great opportunity. A time that you will always look back on.
This is the Arrington Bookstore at Adrian College, the place to get game day ready, represent your clubs and organizations, and be Bulldog proud. With a wide selection of merchandise and a smile at every visit, stop by inside the Kane Student Center to pick up your Adrian College wares and make it another great day to be a Bulldog.
I'm a special ed social worker.
And I'm a third-year public affairs major.
I'm an action filmmaker.
Jevi is like a consolidated platform where I could have focused information in a couple swipes.
You can be another small voice that adds to a beautiful space. That's what I'm here for.
Hi, I'm Aubrey Morgan, the current student government president here at Adrian College. I chose Adrian College because of the campus size. Campus feels like a fun, energetic community where everyone knows each other. If you want to see what Adrian has to offer for you, you can schedule an in-person visit at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Adrian College is shaping the future of higher education and leading the way in innovation and excellence. Ranked first in most innovative schools and second in best value in undergraduate teaching in the Midwest, a U.S. News and World Report, Adrian College is recognized for its commitment to innovation, quality education, and affordability. Offering 71 undergraduate programs, 13 graduate programs, and a 1-to-15 faculty-to-student ratio, our students receive personalized attention and a cutting-edge education. With state-of-the-art facilities, 10 academic institutes, and 50 competitive sports teams, Adrian fosters growth both inside and outside the classroom. From small class sizes to championship-level athletics, we provide the tools and experiences you need to succeed. Join a community that prioritizes your success. Start your journey with us, where your potential is realized. Discover Adrian College.
Adrian College is a private liberal arts institution known for its diverse academic programs, strong emphasis on experiential learning, vibrant campus life, and commitment to fostering a supportive community. Want to visit Adrian College for yourself? Visit our website at adrian.edu/campusvisit.
Are you looking to become a future Bulldog and get recruited by Adrian College? Do you display characteristics of tenacity, drive, and determination? With over 50 teams on campus, there are plenty of opportunities to further both your athletic and academic career. For all recruiting inquiries, head to www.adrianbulldogs.com and click on the Recruit Me tab at the top right of your screen. Your future with the Bulldogs is closer than ever.
The diploma you will receive symbolizes your efforts and distinguishes you as a highly educated person, learned in the arts and sciences and prepared for a life of achievement and great accomplishment.
Adrian College has built something very special. You've created not just an academic environment, but a culture of physical excellence, discipline, and resilience. You've turned this college into a place where pushing the limits isn't the exception, it's the expectation.
We leave here with countless memories, loyal friendships, and moments that have shaped our character far beyond what we could have imagined when we stepped onto campus. So now, class of 2025, we've come a long way, and I know as we step into this next chapter, we'll step into a new exciting adventure. I know we will do so in faith, in confidence, and in gratitude. Thank you guys, and congratulations, Adrian College, class of 2025.
Before the achievements, before the celebrations, there's the work. Early mornings, late nights. Every challenge faced, every extra effort made.
Every victory starts with preparation.
We value leadership, resilience, and innovation. No victory without work. Because success isn't given, it's earned. Welcome to Adrian College.
We are back at Adrian College. It's the Adrian College Sports Network. At the break, it's your Bulldogs 14 and the Albion College Britons 7. A late touchdown for Albion off an Adrian College rare turnover has put the Britons right back in this contest despite almost every metric going the Bulldogs' way quite heavily, Sean, as we look at our first half numbers.
I think the biggest standout metric that we talk about is time of possession. Bulldogs walked out of that first half having just over 20 minutes of the possession in favor of them. Albion, 9 minutes and 56 seconds. Third down conversions, you look at 3 of 7 for the Britons, 3 of 6 for the Bulldogs, 1 of 1 on fourth down for the Bulldogs, 0 of 1 for the Britons, 1 of 2 in the red zone, 2 of 2 for the Bulldogs. And that 1 of 2 for the Britons was them getting the ball on the 1 yard line and just scampering in.
That's right, and the other team numbers that stand out, of course, that time of possession number you mentioned leads to just more yardage for the Bulldogs. 36 plays, 179 yards, just under 5 yards per play. Albion just above 3.3, 25 plays and 84 yards for an Albion offense to put up 35 points last week. And look, they're certainly capable, and if you're the Albion coaches, you say, okay, see all these stats? This doesn't matter. We're 7 points down. We get the ball to start the third quarter, go down and tie this game, and now Adrian's on their heels a little bit despite all the numbers going their way.
It's really interesting to me as well because most of the time you see a defense like what the Bulldogs have. In complementary to what their offense does, they dominate the clock. You'd expect to see more teams try to throw the football. This defense does not give up running lanes. They're very defensively sound in the front seven, but every team still tries to run the football. It's like pounding your head against a brick wall and expecting the wall to break before your head does.
Yes, that's right. And well put, Sean. Nice analogy. Alex Trudell has been running into that Bulldog brick wall, the Albion running back. 8 carries for him, 20 yards gained. He lost a yard on a carry, averaging 2.4. He did have that touchdown on a 1-yard carry, so that even hurts that low average. Receiving for the Britons, Trayshawn Nichols, their running back, leads them to 2 catches for 20 yards. That was on their second to last drive, where they were able to move that football a little bit. Before the interception thrown by Ali Murray, he's 4 of 12 today for 51 yards. And again, despite all that, Albion within 7. Look at some of the Adrian College numbers.
Trey Bugamman leading the way on the ground, 13 carries for 80 yards, 2 touchdowns, had a long of 16. Carson Schrader, 1 carry for 5 yards. And Noah Boudry, negative 12 rushing yards right now, thanks to the sack and the strip sack, I think is what it's going to go into the stat books as with that fumble. Take a look at his passing numbers, 14 for 16, 106 yards. He's been sacked twice. Ethan Aberger, 8 catches, 50 yards. Brumley, 2 catches for 46, both of which had 22 yards after catch. Then you got Bugamman, who's got 2 catches for 1 yard, 7 yards after catch. Quinn Hiram, only other player with a catch on the day. And the only player to not haul in all his targets is Ryan Brumley, as he's 3 for 2, or 2 for 3, mind you. Cooper Tracy, 2 punts, 77 yards. He had that one down at about the 4-yard line. You've got Liam Carey leading the way with 6 tackles on the day, followed by Gildy, Burrows, and Woods, all with 2 apiece. Burrows also added in that interception over top earlier for the Bulldogs.
So you have it, the numbers, not only just the team stats, but the individuals, as both teams are out onto the field, getting stretched and ready for half number 2 that will begin with an Albion possession. Let's take a look around the MIAA. Every team in action right now. We'll begin with the other game that kicked off at 1. Hope and Trine, latest numbers I have here, about 2.5 to go in their second quarter, 21-14. Hope leading Trine, a battle of 3-1 ball clubs. Trine, though, looking to go 2-0 in the conference. Hope looking for conference win number 1. And we have Alma and Calvin in action. Alma flexing their muscle in the late stages of the first quarter. They lead Calvin 14-0. The other contest, we have Olivet and Kalamazoo. Give me a second. The MIAA website has the wrong UO. They got the Ohio Bobcats in there, so let's do a quick search here.
They also have the wrong school from Kalamazoo, as I'm pretty sure Western Michigan's
out
of
that
Kalamazoo,
might be what they're
too.
looking at, too. Okay.
And the game they have pulling up is from 2016.
So somebody got the wrong link. I don't recall that happening. So, get things squared away here. I know all of our fans listening want to know exactly what's going on in the rest of the league. Give me like 4 minutes, Sean. Can you find it for me? I'm sorry, I'm just struggling. That had to be funny for you to watch me do that. I am a millennial. I should know how to do this. So we have Alma leading Calvin 14-0. Hope over Trine 21-14. They have not yet hit the half. As Sean's giving us the Kalamazoo Olivet. There we go. 2.5 to go in the first quarter. 6-0 UO over K-Zoo. All right, thanks, Sean. Appreciate that. Bulldogs, as we've mentioned, they are undefeated on the year. And we've mentioned, back-to-back 4-0 starts to a season for the first time since the early 2000s. What about if they can hold on for a victory? Not only would it be a win against your rival, a win against Albion for the first time for the senior class, it would also be the first 5-0 start for the Bulldogs since 2011. Adrian won the first 7 games in that season. They ended the year 8-2. A couple losses before a season-ending win against Alma back in 2011. So that's on the grandiose scale of things for media people, for fans to really dig in, and alumni tuning in for this Bulldog football program. But objective number 1, go 2-0 in the conference, defend your home field, and beat your rival, nearby Albion. So 14-7 the score. Bulldogs over the Britons, 2 rushing touchdowns for Trey Bugamman. And the defense goes back out there, and you think, well, they gave up a touchdown. What's going on? Well, it was that one-play drive, 1 yard for an Albion touchdown. But they'll be tested. I can't imagine this Albion offense being bogged down for a full 4 quarters. And if they are, Adrian's in for a special kind of season, because this offense comes in clicking. They always have. In my time, and really you look at their program, they've been able to put up some points. So we'll see if this Adrian offense has to do some more things. I'll tell you what, despite just being up 7, you feel like you're up 14. You feel like you're up 20, but you look at the scoreboard and you're not.
No, and the Bulldogs have done a good job today, but what it's really come down to is the fact that the Britons offense is going to score, as you mentioned. That's the first points that the Bulldogs' number 1 defense has given up since week 1.
On a 1 yard run, but yes.
On a 1 yard run. And it's a 1 yard run right after you get an interception. You jog all the way to the far side of your bench area, and then you have to jog all the way to the other side of the field and make a play. It's hectic. There's a lot of emotions flaring. There's a lot of things that can go wrong. But I also know this defense, and I know some of these players on this defense. They are going to come out in the second half with a chip on their shoulder as if it was a 99-yard touchdown drive marched down their throat.
All right, Bulldogs will kick things away to begin our third quarter. Jalen Johnson, the deep man for the Britons. Boyke, the kicker for the Bulldogs. And it's time to pump it up for our third quarter here at Docking Family Stadium. Ian Wentz, Sean Whitmer on the call. It's week 5 in the D3 college football season. Adrian 4-0, Albion 2-2. Albion's played in some tight ball games this year. The Bulldogs haven't since their week 1 historic win against Valparaiso. And here we go, a 14-7 score. Boyke with the ball on the tee middle of the field at the 35-yard line. Few clouds out here in southern Michigan. Plenty of heat, though. Mid-80s for our high temperature this afternoon. Boyke and the Bulldogs set to go. Jack with the run-up. And the boot. It's high, and it will be bounding into the end zone. The S in Bulldogs, and goes through the end zone for a Bulldog touchback. So out to the 25 goes Albion. Down just 7 with the football here to open the third.
I'd like to see the Brits really come out here and throw the ball around. Murray, while he hasn't completed as many passes, he hasn't looked bad. But they're running the football over and over again. As we mentioned, they're coming back from the half. Their Bulldog defense just isn't giving up anything. They're not giving up any ground. Obviously, it only takes one play, but they're not going to give up one play. That's the way that they are built.
Elijah Hayward, one of those defensive backs, near side. Murray, the quarterback, takes and gives to Trudell. Tries to bounce it outside. He gets met right there by the Adrian College waiting linebacker, Bennett Gildy, with another tackle for him. Gain of about 3 on the play over that left side of the line. Britain's on the football quickly. From the shotgun. 7 yards to go from their own 28. Where he claps his hands. They pull the guard and the tackle around. What a great play on that defensive line. Number 40 flew in there. Stephen Moreno. Boy, you defensive savants, that is how you play that. That was perfect from number 40.
Moreno does a great job there. He just sheds it. He reads the backfield. He waits to let the running back make his cut in Trudell. And once Trudell makes that cut, Moreno dives in there, ankle bites, but drags him down.
3rd and 5 for Albion at their own 30 on the left hash. Murray takes. Bulldogs bring some pressure. Picked up initially. Murray looking to run. He's going to run. Being chased down by Gildy. He's tackled short of the line. It will be a Britain 4th down and about a half a yard at their own 34-yard line. Nice pursuit by Bennett Gildy. And boy, a flag on the play, a holding on number 4, Maddox Woods, in the defensive secondary. So that's a 10-yard penalty, and it will be a 1st down instead of a 4th and short.
It's an unfortunate break there for the Bulldogs, as there could have been holding called on either team there. Chris Jackson was making a break in and looked like he might have got held coming in off the edge. So could have went either way. Also, just how MIAA football is played. Whistle can go either way. There's holding on every play.
From the 44, 1st and 10. Nichols gets that carry and gets the edge. Through one tackle, but not the second. Ripping up that football is Ethan Burrows, and the running back gets out of bounds. Nice pickup there for Albion, a rush of 4. Adrian College penalties today, 4 for 35 yards. Albion 2 for 19. Nice block by 17. Connor Davey, the tight end for Albion, sealing off that edge. Murray claps his hands, takes the snap. Bulldogs look to rush. Murray floats it out. Nichols with a grab. Oh, and what a tackle for Maddox Woods. In space. Woods makes the tackle, and Nichols coming up a little hobbly. And a 3rd down for Albion. What a tackle for Woods.
How about that to get back the penalty, make up for it a little bit. He was getting faked out,
yes,
but Woods has good reflexes enough to get that arm out there and just swipe at him. He's also got enough strength to make that into a tackle.
3rd down and 5. Britain's converted the last one thanks to an Adrian penalty. 12 and 30 to go in the 3rd quarter from the Albion 49. Bulldogs show pressure. They bring one. Murray looking, backpedals, floats it through a couple of hands, and it falls incomplete. Albion along that sideline looking for a flag. There is none, and a 4th down upcoming for Albion. It looks like a Britain punt coming up. Good stand by that Adrian secondary.
I said they were going to have a chip on their shoulder after that 1-yard touchdown. They were going to treat it as if it was 99 yards driven down their throat. That's exactly what we've seen there. They make a stand because they play aggressive and they play physical all throughout.
Britain's in punt formation. .36 Spencer Berkepile will, this was 41 this time. Chris Bowman is going to be fielded right there and waiting for the flag, and there it is. It got tangled up in the waistband on the fair catch. Aberger got hit on the catch attempt, and that's a Britain blunder and a Bulldog advantage right there off that special teams mistake.
It was interesting because the official originally, yes, he struggled to get the flag out, but before that, he almost just stood there and looked at the play wondering if he should throw it. And then he made the decision to throw it a little late, so he rushed to pull the flag. That's what caused the flag to kind of get stuck a little bit.
And here comes the call officially. Kick-catch interference on Cameron Cropsey, the freshman defensive back, as we heard from Greg Santilli, our head referee today in this MIAA contest. Adrian 14, Albion 7, 12 and 16 to play in our third quarter. Ian Wendt and Sean Whitmer on the call with you today. Bulldogs with the football and a lead at their own 30. An offense that had the ball for about 21 minutes in that first half. Boudry fakes the pitch. Noah keeps it and gets blasted as he crossed the 30. Hit hard by 32 that time, Ryan Dybus.
Bulldogs getting the speed option look there, but Britons take away the more dangerous threat in Bugamman, forcing Boudry to keep the ball and take the hit.
The senior looks to throw. It's going to be a tight window, and Bugamman dropped the pass right in his Bulldog paws. A quick little 5-yard curl. There was some good coverage by Albion. Trey will tell you should have caught that.
I think Trey's telling himself the same thing right now. He turned around and looked at his hands almost as if it was their fault.
Looking for some accountability.
Well, if the hands start speaking back, it might be time to pull him out of the game.
Yeah, it might be. He has scored Adrian's touchdowns today. Boudry with a 3rd and 9. Noah looking to Whitaker. Makes a catch short of the line to gain. And he is dropped shy of the 40. Call it the 38. 4th and 2. And the offense staying out there for the moment. They're going to go that jumbo package. Wonderful to see some Bulldog here. Carson Schrader. Another running back in there. Ryan Brumley, the tight end. This is a gutsy call at the Adrian 38. Boudry and Whitaker are the wide receivers to the left. Dogs need the 40. They are going to run a play. Bugamman hit at the 39, leaps over to the 40. That's an Adrian College first down. Wow, that's a mano-a-mano, and Adrian leans on that line. Isaiah Simon right through the middle. Mr. Pruchnick as well, making things happen. What a second effort by Trey.
I would have loved to seen Trey get back there and do a fake snap. Just try to draw him offside, because we haven't seen that out of Trey yet this year. Throw that little wrinkle in there and get the free 5, but instead they just decided to run the football.
Shout out Joe Pruchnick with a block there, the Bulldog right guard. 1st and 10, Adrian at the 41-yard line. 10:20 to go in the third. Noah will take the snap, give to Bugamman. Hits that Albion defensive line, and there's a big pile at the 42-yard line. And we'll see where they mark him down. Tough to say who's going to get credit for that tackle. Plenty of Britons in there. Dwayne Williams, a freshman defensive lineman, 97. So it's a gain of about 2 for Bugamman. 2 receivers on either side. Boudry in the shotgun with Bugamman to his right. Trey's going to stay in and pass block. Nice route combination caught by Aberger as he crosses the 50-yard line. Brady Raymond ran a clear-out pattern, and Aberger living along that sideline makes another grab.
35 now, the consecutive catch counter for Ethan Aberger, and it was another out route for the Bulldogs. I've only seen Aberger run one pass over the middle, and it was a deep route there on the play that Boudry fumbled.
It's usually where he eats, middle of the field. It's going to be a run for Bugamman. Hit hard right at that line of scrimmage. Britton standing tall on that play. Number 90 in there for the visitors, Joshua Campo, sophomore defensive lineman.
Looked to be a run-pass option there for the Bulldogs as Bugamman carried the football, obviously, but Boudry and Aberger were definitely running a one-route read.
8.5 to go in our third. Boudry looking to pass. Pressure. Gets through it. Rolling to his right. Throws sideline. Catch by Whitaker in a bunch of traffic, and there's a flag down at the Albion 45. Wonderful lineman got downfield. For what?
Well, there were about 12 bodies where the ball was thrown, so
maybe a lineman thought Noah was going, but we'll see. Another flag, and they're looking toward the Albion sideline. So it's a holding penalty on the Bulldog left guard, or rather right guard, Joe Pruchnick. And, you know, been doing this for a while. As soon as you compliment a lineman, that's when they jump offside or commit a hold. You know, it just seems to work out that way.
Well, defending the offensive lineman here for a second, when the quarterback starts moving, it is very difficult to not get caught holding.
Right.
They've done a great job this year as a unit. He gets caught there, and I say unfortunately, as a former defensive lineman, I don't want to give very many props to the offensive lineman, but not necessarily all his fault there.
Bulldogs backed up on second down. Fake pitch to Bugamman. Pressure for Boudry. He's going to get wrapped up and sacked all the way back at the 30. That is Dwayne Williams. Not sure what they were trying to do on that play. Boudry caught in no man's land. Looked like maybe a fake screen and go. Albion covered it up well. And a big play for this Albion defense. It's a third down and I don't know, 30? What are we looking at, 3rd and 30?
I believe that's what our PA just said over there was 3rd and 30.
I need to take my shoes off and count on my toes and carry the one. See what Boudry has. Noah takes the snap. Britton's bring pressure. Boudry flips it out. Nearly a one-handed grab by Brady Raymond, but it goes incomplete. As that Albion defensive line teeing off, you know, when they know it's a pass play, these guys are doing a good job at getting home.
Yeah, and I'm actually surprised that the Bulldogs threw the ball there and they went empty. I almost expected them to just kind of do a draw, hand it off to Bugamman, pick up a couple yards. The odds of you getting 30 yards on 3rd and 30 are very slim. The defense is playing so deep. Just pick up enough to help out your freshman punter.
And that punter is Cooper Tracy. Freshman takes the snap shoulder high, gets a good boot into this one. And no fair catch called for. Ball popped out, but scooped right up right away, up to the 30, 32-yard line. And finally dropped down by Braden Fracassi, junior wide out. Boy, that was scary a couple different ways. Credit to Carson Schrader for the special teams tackle. So both offenses stymied thus far in this third quarter as we're at 7:06 to go in a quick-moving football game. We mentioned at half, that was about a 1 hour first half. We're heading not quite that way here in the second.
Started the second half at about 2:30 or 2:25-ish, 2:20-ish. And, well, it's been long.
Murray, run fake, goes deep, near side, catch made. No, he couldn't hang on through the ground, as that was Jalen Johnson. Made half a great catch, just couldn't complete the process.
It almost looked like the official was signaling no catch before he even got to the ground. I wonder if maybe his first foot touched down out of bounds or if he was already bobbling that ball. But good coverage there from Elijah Hayward, making the throw a very tight window, and he's going to take credit for that as if he got a hand in there.
Second and long for the Britons. Run fake. Screen to the right side. Liam Carey right there for the Bulldogs to initiate the tackle and then cleaned up. Flying in there, well, that time Steven Moreno to tackle Nichols after Carey with some good pursuit, the Bulldog middle linebacker.
Well, Steve-O has been all over the field today for this Bulldogs defense. He's rotating in, but when he's out there, he's doing his job and he's doing it well.
Nowhere to go for Dylan Dennison, the tight end. It's a 3rd and 9 for Albion. 6:25 in the third. 14-7 Adrian. Murray takes. Jackson rushing. He got him! Sacked inside the 25-yard line, and he might have been held as well. Big play by the big man, Chris Jackson.
And a massive hit at that. Murray looked rattled after that hit. Coming from the blind side for the lefty, definitely a hold. Chris Jackson with the perfect form tackle to lay the boom.
He's got to fight through it. Chris Bowman, the punter for the Britons. Aberger set to return. 4th and long for the Britons. Bowman's punt is low. Bounds at the 45, takes a great Albion bounce inside the Adrian 30. It's still going to the 25 and the 24. So nice work by Bowman to flip the field on Adrian College. And let's get back to that sack by Chris Jackson. And he talked about the blind side, the back side of the quarterback. Sort of an oddity for an opponent. Not only is their kicker left-footed, their quarterback is left-handed. So that defensive left side is the blind side. Normally it's the right side. You're a defensive guy. How much do you have to change in your game plan in terms of positioning or play calling?
Mainly the thing you're going to change is just strength of the field. You usually play to the wide side of the field, but when you're in the middle, you're going to play to the quarterback's handness. That's where your strength is going to go. That's where people are going to rotate. That's where they're going to flip. In that situation, you don't change things too drastically unless you see a matchup you really like against the offensive line. That's whether it's blind side, face side, it doesn't matter.
So we have a delay of game, or no, we have a timeout called before the delay of game penalty. We'll take a 30-second timeout. We've had a stalemate in this third quarter. It is still Adrian College 14, Albion College 7. This is the Bulldog Football Network.
The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Got an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, and learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in.
Right back on the Adrian College Sports Network. Ian Went and Sean Whitmer ahead of this Adrian College possession. Noah Boudry fakes the run, pass to Aberger off his hands and incomplete. I defer to you, Sean.
I think that
we need to restart the consecutive catch counter.
I think that's one we're going to have to speak to Sports Information and see what they give us. Because technically speaking, I think you can call it a drop if you want. If you want to be favorable to the Bulldogs, you can call that just an overthrow, as it was nowhere near the hands. You can call it uncatchable.
So an incompletion, regardless, on first down. This will be a run for Carson Schrader. Schrader with some space over the left side following Bryce Keller. Good run for number 0. Haven't called his number much today. It's been the Trey Bugamman show. Trey getting a bit of a breather, at least early in this possession. Give Schrader 7 and a 3rd down and 3 coming up for the Bulldogs. Adrian 3 of 8 on 3rd down. Boudry snap, rolling right all the way. He's going to take it off and run. Boudry with some space to the 40. Needs one more block. He's got it from Raymond. And Boudry's going all the way. Touchdown! Touchdown, Bulldogs! 69-yard scamper for Noah Boudry.
We're up here in the booth trying to figure out what a drop is. Meanwhile, Noah Boudry's taking his drop back and breaking it in to a long run. Untouched is the quarterback. He might prefer to throw, but something tells me the fans love to see him run. His 3rd long running touchdown on the season.
Good block by Brumley, the tight end, and Raymond, the wide receiver. That may have been a run all the way they went out there. Good hold out there on the extra point. Shout out 42 on that one, Brody Moore. That snap wasn't great, and we have a flag on the extra point. And the 14-point margin has been restored. Noah Boudry from distance, putting on his track spikes. It's Adrian College 21 and Albion College 7. We'll wait to break before we get this call. So a personal foul will be enforced on the kickoff. Matt Hall, the offensive lineman, gets the 15-yarder on the extra point. So that might give Albion some great field position. We'll see if it does. We'll be back in 30 on the Adrian College Sports Network. $69 yards. College Sports Network. Tim Ambrose and Sean Whitmer are engineers today. My name is Ian Wendt. Sean Whitmer also on the broadcast with yours truly. Week 5 of the college football season. Noah Boudry, a 69-yard sprint for a score. And Adrian College with a 21-7 advantage with 4:37 to go in the 3rd quarter. The personal foul penalty backs up this kick to the Bulldog 20-yard line, and that's advantageous for the Britons on this next possession. So Boyke's run up and the boot. It will be fielded inside the 15. Johnson with a return. Boy, there's some Bulldogs right there at the 30 and greet him with authority. Jonathan Melendez with the stop on special teams. So here comes the Albion offense. You know, looking at some of the stats and the film from last week, we did see a little bit of the freshman Davis Crossman for the Britons. Have not seen him at all today. Wonder if that was by design last week, or if we'll still see the youngster later on in this contest. But so far, it's been the senior Murray. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Murray takes that snap. Run fake. Going deep. Far sideline. Contact. No call. Incomplete. Airtight coverage out there for Tabari Triplett. So it's been the Coronis Davis Quincy Dorsey duo on the outside. Right now, we have Triplett and Hayward out wide for the Bulldogs defensively.
Yeah, phenomenal coverage there by Triplett. And quick update, according to the website here, it was called an incomplete pass targeted towards Ethan Aberger, not a dropped pass. We'll confirm, but
okay,
we're going to keep the consecutive catch counter going.
Got
for
it.
now.
Love it. More the intended receiver on that last pass. This will be a run for Nichols, going over the right side, gets a block, and up over the 35 at the 38-yard line. Tayshawn Nichols has kind of given Albion a spark in that backfield. Trudell has been their bell cow, but Nichols has made some nice catches and a good run there. 9 yards for number 3. And they'll scrimmage from their own 38-yard line. Clock rolling inside of 4 minutes. Adrian up 14. Dogs walk up people to the line of scrimmage. Albion shifting formations completely. Strong side is now the left side of the offensive line. Send a man across again. It's a dive play for Nichols. He is close. I don't think he got it. He is right there. Just from the naked eye, he looks to be short by about a football. And that is the call, 4th down. Adrian went for a 4th and short. Much longer than this, a 4th and 2 on the last drive. Inside their own 40. Now, decision time for the Britons and their coach Travis Rundle. They're going to go for it. Murray gives out direction. 4th down and half of football. They need their own 39-yard line. The Britons are lining up to go for it. Some noise from the Bulldog band on the north side of the field.
Would like to see the Bulldogs pinch here up front.
Murray from the shotgun. He will take. He will give. He is close, and I think he got it. He got it up to the 40. Good push, just enough. Shoulder lean, and Albion gets the much-needed 1.5 yards.
Yeah, and I mentioned there, would like to see him pinch because 9 times out of 10 in that situation, you're going to run it right up the middle, so you usually want to put more guys closer to the center, causing it to be a tougher play for those interior offensive linemen.
The lefty quarterback takes the snap, gives it off. There's Andrew Van Dyke in the backfield, tackled for loss. Defensive coordinator Chad O'Brien and Ron Shields loving that play. What a get for this Bulldog team. 97 came in from Concordia University, Ann Arbor. Listed as a junior for the Bulldogs. Big-bodied interior lineman. 2 minutes to go in our third quarter. It's 21-7 Dogs. Loss of 2 on that play. Backs them up to their own 39 on the right hash. Murray claps his hands, takes the snap, looking left. Here's some pressure, floats it out near sideline, incomplete. It went toward Melendez, and there's a flag on the play. After the fact, Coach Palka coming out on the field to talk to the field judge. Coverage on the play by Triplett. And there will be a discussion.
I don't think you can call defensive pass interference here. The ball was uncatchable. That is a key staple in the rule.
Also, they're going to call holding instead. And not only is that yardage, it's an automatic 1st down. So they move the football up on top of Bruiser's head at the Britain 49-yard line.
That's a call you don't like to see. It came well after the whistle. It came well after the ball was already out of bounds.
Murray and company down 2 scores. Bulldogs have 4 across the front. Fakes the run. Feels pressure. He's swallowed up, and he is sacked inside the 45-yard line. Josh Britt, the sophomore, with the sack. Loss of 5 on the play.
That's this Bulldogs defense saying, for one, we don't care what the call is, and for 2, we're going to play for our teammates because we don't think they made mistakes. Everyone does their job, and you walk out victorious. That's the mantra of a defensive unit. You have to trust the guy next to you to do his job so that you can focus on doing yours.
Talked with Bulldog head coach. He said you'll see a lot of bodies in there today, especially defensively, trying to stay fresh in this heat. 2nd and 15 for the Britons. Murray, middle, caught, space, gets through one defender to the 35. Speed to the near side of the field. Here goes Moore, and he is tackled inside the Adrian College 20. Tackled on that play, Tabari Triplett.
Yeah, it's a touchdown-saving tackle for Triplett as well. Great job by Moore opening up over the middle. He makes a great break to the left. Triplett fights off the stiff arm and just kind of goes for a ride, but it's not usually too easy to carry a full-grown person on your back as you're running at full speed.
Waning moments of the third quarter. Britons inside the red zone. Screen pass. Catch made. Look at that tackle. Right out of a textbook for Hayward. And a minimal gain for the Albion receiver. That's some 17-on-17 violence. Connor Davey got upended. Teams will flip sides of the field. We are through 3 at Docking Stadium. It is Adrian College 21 and Albion College 7. We'll be back with the 4th. This is Bulldog Football on the Adrian College Sports Network.
Welcome to Adrian College, where we believe in educating both the heart and the mind. With over 100 innovative academic programs and 10 cutting-edge institutes, you'll find a path that's right for you. Join our vibrant community of over 50 athletic teams and discover why we're recognized as a U.S. News & World Report Most Innovative Institution. Adrian College, where passion meets purpose. Your future starts here.
Sean Whitmer up in the booth with you. Thanks for being along with us. A 69-yard touchdown run for Adrian quarterback Noah Boudry. The only score in that third quarter. It's given this defense a little breathing room, but the Britons are driving. They'll have a 2nd down and 7 at the Bulldogs 16 after a great catch and run by Cameron Moore. This is kind of what you'd expect. Keeping it within striking distance. 2 old rivals. The resurgent Bulldogs, the consistently competitive Britons. 15 minutes to decide it. Quick update around the MIAA. Hope leading Trine at the half, 28-14. Alma all over Calvin. Approaching the 2-minute timeout, the Scots lead 38-0 over undefeated Calvin. And looking at the other game in action, late second quarter, Olivet over Kalamazoo 26-15. That score might surprise some people in the league. From the Adrian 16, Murray, the quarterback, run fake, throws it to his tight end, caught at the 10, hit inside the 10. It will be a 1st down for Albion. Good work there by Connor Davey once again. If you look at a complete drive, this is Albion's best so far today. So Albion has it at the Adrian College 4. So far, 11 plays, 60 yards. Murray, he's going to try to run. Left side, met and dropped behind the line. Bennett Gildy in there.
Looked like Burrows came flying
Burrows?
in for the big shoulder check.
Yeah, good call there, Sean. I saw 8. 35 finished it off. That's a big body linebacker, 35.
Well, he would be, but he's actually a safety.
Well, yeah. He's a linebacker playing safety. Kind of like our running backs, linebackers. So 2nd and goal for the Britons. Nichols with the run through the middle. Swallowed up by Van Dyke. Getting blocked by 73 Will Smith. And decides to not only take on the block, takes on the tackle. And a 3rd and goal for Albion. Down 14, 13 and a half to go in our 4th quarter. This is 4-down territory for Albion if they don't get it here.
100% it has to be 4-down territory. Down 14 here in the 4th.
See the call. Trudell is the running back in the gun with Murray the quarterback. From the left hash. Shotgun snap. And they didn't get the playoff in time. That's a delay of game on Albion. Boy, that's one thing you can't do. Boy, a mental lapse there for the Britons.
And that might change it.
It might.
I think if you're within 5 yards, you go for it. Anything else, it's in between. Outside of 10, you're kicking.
Yeah, field goal would keep it a 2-score game. So here we go with third down before that from the 11-yard line, 3rd and goal for Albion. Bulldogs bring some pressure, and they get to the quarterback, knock him down. Pass got off, and it's incomplete. And now they're looking for a receiver in the area, but the Bulldog rush got there in a hurry. Pick a number. It was a party at the quarterback.
Well, the number I'll pick is Chris Jackson leading the way there. Looked like a stunt on that defensive line, a nice little X stunt there. Chris Jackson comes from the outside in, and he breaks free untouched, it almost looked like, laying some big hits on the quarterback here in this game.
So they drop a flag on the play. Was it in between we had something? Or are they going to now call grounding? So, wow. They took a long time talking about that. So with the intentional grounding, they say loss of down, and that was 3rd down.
But that should make it 4th.
It should make it 4th. That's right. That's what Albion's saying.
And the coaches are making the correction.
Should be Albion football, 4th and goal from the spot of the throw. And I hope they get this right, because that should be what happens. 3rd and goal. Again, we get to just watch Chris Jackson go to work again. So there you go.
I think
you don't get another chance at 3rd down.
I think the officials looked up at the scoreboard and it had already been changed to 4th. So they thought it was a loss of down.
The last play was 4th down?
Yeah.
Got it. Well, that'll make this field goal interesting for Logan Gerwinski. His last field goal attempt at home last week was blocked by Trine. That was a game-tying field goal. This kick will be from 39 yards away on the left hash. Wind at his back. Snap and hold are good. The kick is low, and it's off the upright. It goes off the right upright and is no good. The Britons turned away again. A single doink, and the Bulldogs take over from there.
We have seen a lot of big hits today. I think that might have been the hardest hit I've seen all game. And it was the kick hitting the upright. Almost looked like it was going to take the upright down with how much heat that ball came in.
I mean, that was a missile. And you see the holder there, Sean, 41. Chris Bowman, the punter, puts his hands on his head. So I wonder if the laces hit the kicking foot of Gerwinski. That was an ugly-looking kick from a very reliable kicker for Albion.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, the kicker's still going to take a lot of blame there.
Here's Boudry to Aberger, looking for some help from his friends. Gets about 6 yards on the catch and run. And those uprights are still moving down to our right.
We're going to call it catch number 36.
Okay.
For now.
It's getting to a point where we should only mention it after every 5.
I think going forward we will, but because of the controversy, we had to mention it.
Okay, all right. So 12:24 to go in this 4th quarter. Adrian up 21-0 off the Albion missed field goal. So they have a 4th and goal turnover on downs, and now the missed field goal. And there's some movement up front. Discombobulated Bulldogs. Back him up 5. Guilty party. So right tackle Matt Hall. I mean, right here, Sean, you got 12-12. You're up 2 scores. You have done a nice job possessing the football, running it. Do you just turn it over to Trey Bugamman on this offensive line, see what they can do?
I think that's the wise thing to do, but I also think that's what Albion expects. So some of those short, quick screens that we've seen to Aberger there on that last throw, I think that can also be just an extension of your run game, helping the Bulldogs move the ball up the field.
But there's 4 seconds on the play clock. This illusion on the far side of the field, they just pitch it over to Bugamman. Trey's going to lower the shoulder. Little toss play to the right. Nothing there for Adrian. And just like that, a 3rd down and 9. We've only seen 1 touchdown in the second half. It was Noah Boudry's 69-yard run in that 3rd quarter. See if they put the ball in the air here. The senior transferred in with something to prove. 3rd down and 9 for the Dogs. They are 4 for 9 this afternoon. Takes it. Pressure coming. Throws near side. Aberger, what a grab! That's right at the sticks, and that should be a 1st down. Just throw it anywhere near number 3, and this guy's got Velcro on those gloves.
Yeah, Aberger's down there somewhere, as the saying goes, and, well, this is why we're keeping the consecutive catch counter go. He makes the plays look so easy that when he makes that small little mistake that's not fully on him, you still got to give him credit. And the Bulldogs do a great job at finding the out route, taking advantage of leverage, and getting the completion for the 1st down.
The Bulldog wide receiver listed at 5'9", 171. That might be with cleats on as Bugamman gets this run. Nice blocking on the left side. Bugamman trying to break it out. And he's strung out by the Albion defense. Number 2, Zach Berry, the defensive back, makes the tackle. So got about 2 to the Adrian 33-yard line. Approaching 10 minutes to go in this 4th quarter. Adrian trying to beat Albion for the first time in 4 tries. They are in a 3-game losing streak to the Britons. Boudry takes the snap. Looks short. Catch by Aberger. Along the sideline, Sean, and it's a dangerous way to live, but Aberger's very comfortable out there. It's just something I haven't really noticed a lot of through the first 4. He's been the middle of the field guy, kind of.
He's been doing a lot of both, but in today's game, it's been all sideline.
Yes.
And he's had over 10 catches.
From the shotgun, it's a 3rd and 4. Nowhere to throw. Now he's looking to run. Tucks it in, hesitates, got to the 40, 45, and wrestled down as he crosses the 45-yard line. Such a skilled thrower of the football. He's always looking to pass until he doesn't. And there he goes.
And that time Aberger did open up over the middle, but it was so late in the play. Boudry had already taken off scrambling.
Heavy tackled on the play on that Boudry run. So the 1st down conversion. Adrian looking better on 3rd down offensively. Boudry from the gun. Hands off to Bugamman. Room through the middle for Trey. Trey to the 35 of the Britons and taken down right there. Like a burst between the tackles. Follow Isaiah Simon all the way.
Trey Bugamman broke free and he found the hole. It was great blocking from the offensive line. Once Bugamman finds that hole, he found the defender falling down and decided to lower his shoulder instead of just making a move around him.
Jaden Potter, uncomfortable position to be. You don't want your defensive backs tackling running backs 30 yards down the field.
And you really don't want them doing it when they're already laying on the ground.
Under 8 to go in this one. Boudry gives it off to Bugamman. Bugamman navigates to the 30. And this Bulldog offensive line, they've impressed me through 4 weeks. So far, this might be their best performance. They're just doing all sorts of things, running the football. Given Boudry plenty of time. They're not perfect. Boudry's made some plays when he's needed to, but those 5 up front have been extra solid today.
Bugamman lost his shoe on that last play, so he's off the field now.
There better be 5 people helping him put it back on. better not waste any time on the sideline. So Carson Schrader is the new running back as we have a timeout on the field. 7:12 to go in the fourth quarter. Bulldogs take a timeout. We will as well. We'll take a 30-second break. It's Adrian College 21, Albion College 7. We'll be back with more Bulldog football on the Adrian College Sports Network.
This is the Arrington Bookstore at Adrian College, the place to get game day ready, represent your clubs and organizations, and be Bulldog proud. With a wide selection of merchandise and a smile at every visit, stop by inside the Kane Student Center to pick up your Adrian College wares and make it another great day to be a Bulldog.
Right here on the Adrian College Sports Network. Ian Wentz, Sean Whitmer in the booth with you. Trey Bugamman, 2 rushing touchdowns. Noah Boudry with the other. And for Albion, Alex Trudell with the 1-yard scamper. And that's been the only offensive success that's led to points. Was an Adrian College fumble, scooped up and tackled at the 1-yard line. And then the 1-yard scoring drive. Britons just missed a field goal on their prior drive off the upright from Gerwinski. Adrian off the timeout, 2nd down and 6 for Boudry. Boudry fakes the pass, looking to run. Trying to break it outside, makes a move at the 30 toward the 25. He's close to the line to gain. We'll see where the ball was when he stepped out. Initial indication he is short by about 2 yards.
I think that's the right call there. He looked like he jumped out a little bit short of the first, but I don't think they're too worried about it with Bugamman back in the game.
Got that shoe back on. Need another substitute or another player. They got 12 on the play clock. Whitaker and Aberger out to the left. Going to be a run play to Bugamman. Trey to the left side. Reverses fielding. Gets tackled for a big loss. Right near the 30-yard line. Tried to bounce it outside. And the 3rd and 2 turns into a 4th and medium, about 7 yards here. We're outside of field goal range, so it's go time for the Bulldogs.
Bugamman gave himself up going backwards there, really hurt the team. Needs to continue moving north-south instead of east-west.
Boy, with the time and score, this could be the ball game here. Boudry needs 7. Noah back to pass. Goes deep. Whitaker caught it! He stayed in bounds inside the 10. 1st and goal. The sophomore from Dundee. Big moment, 4th and long. Throw it up to 16.
And a big moment it was. Great read there. One-on-one coverage with your talented wide receiver. And he makes the coverage look silly.
You're going to throw a back shoulder pass 20 yards down the field. You just throw your hands in the air. You don't expect that if you're the Britain defense.
First down, Dogs. 1st and goal.
So now 5 minutes to go in the 4th. Bulldog package in there. Bugamman to take the direct snap. Trey hesitates. Counter run to the left. Bugamman runs over a man inside the 5, down to about the 2.
Inside the 2.
It'll be a 2nd down and goal from there.
If you're Albion here, you almost want the Bulldogs to score.
At the 2. 2nd down and goal.
Give your offense some time. Down 2 scores, 4.5 to go in this 4th quarter. Adrian trying to snap a 3-game skid to the Britons. Their last win, 2021, right here, a 21-7 win for the Bulldogs. Bulldog formation. Trey one more time, going left, going in for 6. Another Bulldog touchdown. And hail Adrian from the marching band. Bugamman, his 3rd rushing score of the afternoon. Follow Bryce Keller. Good things happen if you're a Bulldog fan.
Bugamman just powers his way in, and it did look like the Britain's defense almost took that play off because they didn't mind if the Bulldogs scored. It gives them 4 minutes instead of 3.5.
Boyke for the extra point. A majestic boot bounces off the roof of the James F. Thomas Pavilion in the south end zone. And what a turn here. Albion doinks one off the upright at one end. Whitaker with an awesome grab on a 4th and long, and Trey Bugamman does what he does. He has 10 touchdowns this season. We'll be back with the Bulldog kickoff. 30-second break right here on the Adrian College Sports Network.
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself.
Back on the Adrian College Sports Network from Adrian College, I'm Ian Went, Sean Whitmer alongside. Bulldogs scoring drive after the missed field goal by Albion. Boyke with a pooch kick flies it at the 32-yard line where it's fair caught by the Albion up man. That's number 30, Azariah Taylor, a freshman defensive back. And Sean, looking at what you're bringing up on the computer, I thought you were going to talk about this Bulldog defense. Now looking at the offensive side, what do you want to go with here? You're thinking player of the game? He's thinking player of the game. He's doing his research. Attaboy.
Well, it's a big decision, and unfortunately this week it's a hard decision because there hasn't been one player that's really carried either side of the football. It's been a team effort from every single player.
I think Trey Bugamman was offended that he didn't get it last week. He has 3 touchdowns. Or did he not get it? Here's Murray's pass, and that is in danger. What's the call? Incomplete or intercepted? Incomplete the call. Or you did give it to Trey, didn't you?
I did give it to Trey last week. That's what
right.
I was confused by.
Well, then Boudry wins D3Football.com accolade. Got this old man up here confused and near disaster for the Britons. Oh, almost a catch fumble. Folks in Hope would be talking about that one, as that's another incompletion. And the Bulldogs slow to get up. That is the backup defensive back, Elijah Hayward, as he landed down hard. Again, that controversial call last week at Hope. Flying Dutchman thought they had a win. And then Alma in overtime scores the touchdown. Speaking of our MIAA contest, we'll look around the league first. Let's go to Olivet Kalamazoo. Halftime, Olivet still leading Kalamazoo 26-15. The other scores we have as Hayward gets up and he's walking off with a little help. Third quarter mid stages, Hope over Trine 35-21 down in Angola. Alma at the half over Calvin 38-0 through 2 quarters of play. So after the injury to Hayward, it's a third down for Albion, and it's go time from here on out. They're at their own 33 with 3:59 to go in this ball game. Down 3 scores. Murray, the Albion quarterback, steps into the pocket, throws it toward the sticks. It's a diving grab at the 44-yard line for a 1st and 10. It's their leading man, Cameron Moore, with a nice grab. And a first down, Britons. Boy, with the injury to Hayward, Coronas Davis into the ball game, Sean, and he's playing one-handed. Murray to pass again. Pressure, throws short, more caught and lit up by Liam Carey. Such a headsy linebacker. Plenty of physicality for the big man, number 5.
Liam Carey came flying up on that play to make the hit. Nice shell defense for the Bulldogs here.
2nd down and 9. Murray pressured, wrapped up and sacked. Could not escape from Steven Moreno. 3rd and forever upcoming for the Britons. Boy, nearly forced a fumble, did he?
Yeah, Steve-O's been all over the field today. I feel like we've said his name a lot, and he's not even a starting defensive lineman. He's been rotating in.
Bulldogs rush 3. Albion needs 22. Murray breaks the pocket, flips it short to his running back. He's going to get some pretty decent yardage. Tayshawn Nichols gets about 15 yards or so. It'll make it a 4th and 9 from their own 45. 2 and 20 to go in this 4th quarter. Britons have 2 receivers split out wide to either side. Nichols is the running back in the shotgun with Murray. He'll take it. Bulldogs bring pressure. They get him from behind. It's a sack inside the 40-yard line. Jarrell Stevens with a stop. It's a party in the Britain backfield. 2 minutes to go in this one. 28-0 is your score. We'll be back in 30 seconds. This is Bulldog football on the Adrian College Sports Network.
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself.
Back on the Adrian College Sports Network, another Bulldog sack. And they have been feasting on these passing downs for the Albion College Britons. 2 minutes to go in this one, 28-7 the score. Ian Wendt, Sean Whitmer up in the broadcast booth. And these numbers that we read off in our pregame and have alluded to throughout the day have really shown for the Bulldogs. Coming into the game, they were rated the number 1 total defense in the country. 5 touchdowns allowed, 2.28 yards per play, 152.5 yards per game allowed. They have been spectacular. The offense now with a 3-score lead, feeding Trey Bugamman on the 4th down sack. Bulldogs with a first down and a 3-yard rush and a timeout called by Albion College. Again, Bulldogs looking for their first 5-0 start to a season since 2011. We mentioned that Adrian College went 8-2 in that year. Notably, they were 7-0 until they played Albion College and lost that game 28-14. So the Bulldogs well on their way to 5-0 for the first time since 2011 and a win over their rival for the first time since 2021. Adrian 3-10 in their last, or rather 3-7 in their last 10 against the Britons. It's just good vibes only here at Docking Stadium. This defense, I know there's 7 on the board, and that was the offense fumbling the football and Albion getting it at the 1-yard line, and they punch it in. Otherwise, it's been lights out. Again, shout out Chad Davis and Ron Shields doing their thing defensively. Albion called the timeout. They're first in the half. 1:53 to go in the contest. Run to Bugamman. Bugamman spinning through another Briton. Tackled at the 33-yard line. And the Britons will take their second timeout. Tuned into our postgame show for analysis of this one. A continued look around the conference. Again, stats, analysis, looking ahead to our next contest which will be a while. Right, Sean?
Well, the next contest for you, I believe, will be a road trip to Calvin. My next contest that I get to call with you won't be until the Bulldogs return home to play Hope.
That's right. Got a bye week next week at Calvin. Hope at home at Kalamazoo. Home for Trine for Senior Day. Then at Alma to end the regular season. 1:47 to go in our fourth quarter. Albion calls a timeout, and finally some reprieve for these Bulldog fans here in the stands. There's a cloud blocking some of the sun, as it's been a roaster here today. Mid-80s for our highs. These Bulldogs do not care. 28-7 the score. 14 points each half for the Bulldogs. So it's a 3rd and 4. Love to keep it on the ground here and pick this up. Power look. Give to Bugamman. Going to that right side the way he started this ball game. And that will just about do it. That's a 1st and 10, Adrian, at the Albion 26. There's a player slow to pop back up. And that is Trey. And that is not what you want. Oh, my gosh. Don't scare us like that, Trey. Johnny was laying there, almost motionless. He pops up and makes his way to the sideline, though. Not 100%. He's been a workhorse today for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, it just looks like he was just gassed, needed a breather.
Again, don't scare us like that, Trey. It's not funny. We need you. So Albion will not use a timeout. Boudry will go under center for the first time today. Takes a snap from Isaiah Simon.
Noah Boudry kneels it down. 2nd down.
If I'm not mistaken, that's the first time he's gone under center since their road trip to Valparaiso. Because the backups have finished out every other game.
That's right. Again, we talked pregame about this senior class. Haven't beaten Albion. Well, they're 1 minute from doing that. Talking with Isaiah Simon what it means for him and his guys. That senior group. Mentioned it to Coach Palka. There's a list of teams that this group has not beaten. I'm going to check another one off here as Boudry takes another knee. And that, I don't know if that's it or not. Took a knee with about 40 seconds left. Albion's ready for handshake lines. See if the officials make him snap it again. I think they will for good measure. No. Yes? That's it.
Final score, your Bulldogs.
The Bulldog defense, spectacular. Trey Bugamman, the same. And the Bulldogs are 5-0 for the first time since 2011. They beat their rival for the first time since 2021. 28-7, your final tally. They defend Docking Stadium with a statement victory.
Yeah, and Isaiah Simon picked up the football, taking it with him. It's a statement win. He's one of the senior leaders on this team, and he's a 4-year senior at Adrian College. So he's one of the main guys that has played Albion over these last 4 years and had to feel what it was like to take those previous 3 losses and how big a moment this is for him to grab the win here today.
His line mates were awesome. Trey Bugamman with 3 touchdown runs. Trey Bugamman with a touchdown tally for his own. See Ethan Burrows with the INT, the Bulldog defense eating here today. It's another Bulldog victory. This one over Albion, 28-7. Our postgame show rolls on after this 30-second timeout. This is Bulldog football on the Adrian College Sports Network.
Elevate your game. At Adrian College, our athletes strive for excellence on and off the field. Get involved in over 50 student clubs and organizations where your passions meet purpose. With innovative programs and personalized learning, our academics are designed to ignite your future. Experience vibrant student life, where community and connection shape your college journey. Adrian College, where you belong. Apply today and become part of the Bulldog family.
Back on the Adrian College Sports Network, Ian Wentz, Sean Whitmer, postgame. And this turnaround on the field has been incredible. 1-9 2 years ago to 5-0 this season. And hail Adrian from the Bulldog Marching Band. And I love this new tradition. Football team goes down to the end zone with the cheerleaders, sings the fight song with the band. Gotta love it. Bulldogs with a victory, 28-7 over Albion. And this ground game was awesome. The defense, I don't know how they could get any better, but they were just as close to perfect as you could get. Albion scored on a 1-yard touchdown drive off of a fumble by their offense, Adrian's offense. You had a missed field goal by the Britons. It was just all dogs today. There was really no sweating moment. Well, it is almost 90 degrees. Yeah, we're sweating.
For us up here in the booth, there was about approximately 3.5 hours of sweating moments.
Yes. But again, we'll look at some of our final numbers here today. Huge Bulldog win, 5-0, heading into the bye week. Road trip, the next contest at Calvin. But right now, let's look at some of our numbers from the ball game, Sean.
Just taking a look at some of the team stats coming off this game here. Bulldogs with 20 first downs, held the Britons to only 10. Bulldogs also had 206 rushing yards. Britons only with 18.6 per carry for the Britons. And then you have 162 to 128 receiving yards in favor of the Bulldogs. Noah Boudry goes 20 of 25 on the day. So 368 total yards to 146 total yards. Equals out to 2.7 yards per play for that Britons offense. Both teams punted one time. Time of possession, the very big number, or forgive me, yes, 4 to 3 on the total punts. I was looking at punt returns earlier, but time of possession, 36 minutes for the Bulldogs, 23 for the Britons. Third downs, 4 of 13 for the Britons, 7 of 13 for the Bulldogs, 1 of 3 on fourth for the Britons, 100% on 3 attempts for the Bulldogs offense on fourth down. An electrifying win, and it was capped off by 3 Trey Bugamman touchdowns.
And one of those coming out of fourth down to open the scoring back in the first half. A wire-to-wire win for Adrian College. Never trailed in this contest. 28-7 is your final score. Let's look around one more time at the MIAA before you get to some of the defensive numbers individually. Trine and Hope in the third quarter, late stages. I'll take care of it. Hope leading Trine in the late third quarter, 35-28 is the score there. Early third quarter, Alma taking care of Calvin, 38-0. And our last contest we've been keeping an eye on, Olivet and Kalamazoo. Kazoo making it close, 26-23, early third quarter. But the score that matters for Bulldog fans, right here at Docking Stadium, 28-7. The final score, Bulldogs beat the Britons for the first time since 2021. Their first 5-0 season since 2011. And a rivalry victory to remember for this Bulldog squad. Sean was looking at some of the defensive numbers. Liam Carey led the Bulldogs with 8 total tackles. Bennett Gildy with 6. 5 for Ethan Burrows. Burrows with an interception today as well. Sacks, Chris Jackson had 1.5. Stephen Moreno with 1. We had the other Bulldog sacks were for Josh Britt We had Jarrell Stevens and Bennett Gildy getting into that statistical category. For me, Sean, that this Albion offense, they can really move that ball around. And they just weren't able to do that. That defensive line was very solid all day in both the run game and the passing game. That makes your selection of the DS or the player of the game that much more difficult. So we're going to give you a whole 30 seconds to think about it. We'll be back with your pick for our player of the game. This is Adrian College Football on the Adrian College Sports Network.
Before the achievements, before the celebrations, there's the work. Early mornings, late nights. Every challenge faced, every extra effort made.
Every victory starts with preparation.
We value leadership, resilience, and innovation. No victory without work. Because success isn't given, it's earned. Welcome to Adrian College.
Back on the Adrian College Sports Network, Ian Wendt and Sean Whitmer up here in the booth. Bulldog win 28-7 over the Britons today. It's time for Sean's selection of the player or players of today's ballgame.
Well, we've said in weeks past that I can go with a position group, and being a little bit selfish myself, I think I'm going to go with my former position group in the defensive line. Just a phenomenal showing from them. They really came alive when they needed it most. Obviously, the one touchdown was a 1-yard touchdown. A lot of times you're going to give a knock on the defensive line in that case, but they had a lot of cardio they had to put in before that play. Mm-hmm. Looking at some of the numbers, you have Chris Jackson, a defensive end. He had 1.5 sacks, one quarterback hit that wasn't a sack, which actually caused the intentional grounding. He had 4 more tackles and 1 more tackle for a loss. Steven Marino with 3 total tackles, 1 of them tackle for a loss, also added a sack. Josh Britt with 1 sack, and that was his only tackle on the day. But then you add in Jarrell Stevens, who had a sack, tackle for a loss. Steven Marino adds in 1 more quarterback hit. Andrew Van Dyke, 2 tackles on the day. Caden Merlin, 2 tackles. Fernandez, 2 tackles. This defensive line was all over the place. If you wanted to extend it, you could extend it to those linebackers as well. Liam Carey, Bennett Gildy, and Maddox Woods all played phenomenally. Couple honorable mentions. Noah Boudry, 20 of 25, 162 yards. Ethan Aberger, 12 receptions, 76. And, of course, Trey Bugamman, the runner-up of this week, 26 carries, 135 yards, 3 touchdowns on the ground. Phenomenal day from the Bulldogs all around. Unfortunately, had to give it to the D-line.
I was going to say, if you didn't have the number 1 total defense in the country, Trey Bugamman would walk away with that award. But it is what it is. Great work by these boys. 5-0 on the year. Heading into a bye week, we'll be at Calvin in a couple weeks, and then Sean will rejoin us when the Bulldogs host Hope in about 3 weeks' time. So that's going to do it for our broadcast here today. I'd like to thank our engineers, Sean Whitmer being one of them, and we had Tim Ambrose as well, as it's another Bulldog victory. This one on the football field, final from Docking Stadium. It's Adrian College Bulldogs 28, the Albion College Britons 7. This has been Bulldog Football on the Adrian College Sports Network.